Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan coming to you with just an impromptu live stream on Sunday just because I felt like it, felt inspired and wanted to come on and on my non-scheduled time. I should just live stream more. I'm figuring lately. I mean, I want to keep to my regular Friday evening schedule, but why not do a few more? I was actually thinking about coming on earlier today to get some more of our European viewers on when I'm, they're usually asleep when I'm on Fridays, but that didn't happen. So I'm going to come on a little earlier, give Europeans another hour of being able to be awake. And I was going to see how Peter is doing. I see Peter here. You'll be back in election. You'll be back. You're in an election debate about animals. Cool. All right. Do what you got to, Peter. I want to hear about that. That sounds fun. I wish I was at a debate about animals, but hopefully we'll get a few people take me up on my challenge in the title of this video. If you want to try to debunk veganism, come have at it. I'll listen to what you have to say and we'll see if you've debunked veganism, because I'm still waiting to hear a valid argument, a compelling argument against veganism, a compelling reason why we shouldn't be vegan. Hey, Black Lip, Black Hiss, did you just change your name there? Yeah, I see it there. Mi Comunidad Vegana. Mi Comunidad Vegana. Great name there. I like that. Archie, see a few words about the Capro. I don't know what you're talking about there. You could inform me about that. Capro's Chicken Slaughter in New York City. How do you guys hear about all this stuff that I don't hear about? So, yeah, I guess I can't comment properly. I know other people, they'll pretend they have an opinion about everything. But they won't pretend. They'll have an opinion and pretend they know details that they don't know. But yeah, I can't comment on what I don't know about that. I'll check that out. It sounds like maybe something I should just do a regular video about, huh, guys? Hey, Vegan Metalhead, Veganese, and Produce Not Pills. You were first today, by the way. Got to give you some kudos for that. And Ralph Roberts and Luciano. Yeah, I think I've addressed everyone on so far. So yeah, it's not my regularly scheduled time, so it's a little lighter than normal. So if you want to have some questions you want to ask of me, totally cool. Anything you want to talk about, any video suggestions that you think I should have a look at this week? And now is a great time. You have me here, without 100 other people. Nonetheless, though, I'm going to keep on drinking water here. So anyway, guys, let's see. Yeah, I have nothing new to report since my last live stream on Friday. My garage door opener is still giving me trouble. It's going to hopefully be repaired tomorrow. So I'm just kind of staying home all day, not leaving the house other than by foot if necessary. All right, that's cool. Yeah, it is a vegan community. Mi comunidad vegan. Vegano, right? It should be vegana. I've seen it vegano and vegana. Have they settled on the gender? Is it vegana? Or have you seen it used as vegano too? I've been seeing more vegana. I guess, it wasn't determined back when the word came into existence if it should be a masculine or feminine noun. Let's see, Metalhead, you're watching NFL highlights, but vegan streaming trumps that in your party list. All right, good for you. I'm glad you think so. Awesome. Produce Not Pills. Doesn't suck being a homeowner. Yeah, like the broken garage door opener. I mean, yeah, you could put one. I've had a rental that had a garage before, but yeah, I'm the guy responsible for this crazy malfunctioning garage door opener situation. A lot of people are like, oh, what a privilege to do. Like, no, I live in what's known as a parking impacted area, which means the city has designated that parking sucks really bad here. And also we live there's an alley adjacent to where I don't have a driveway like a normal house does. It's just off an alley entrance, and you know how alleys are in cities. They're not a great safe place. A lot of crime, homelessness sometimes. So yeah, I try not to park in my driveway. It's not really driveway, just the entrance to my garage off the alleyway. So, hey, Johnny Bravo. No, not Friday. I'm saying, yeah, I should live stream a little bit more. I shouldn't just wait. I just felt the urge, the inspired to live stream today. So here I am. And no, we didn't get the pizza the other night, guys. Yeah, I was kind of weighing out. Do I want to mess with getting in and out of the house? The garage, it's four times. I've got to open it, close it, to leave, go. And yeah, so I opted to stay home that night. But hopefully tomorrow afternoon, got someone coming here to install a new one, so we'll see fingers crossed, it'll all be cool. Oh, comunidad is feminine, so vegana. I see. It's being more of a pronoun, huh? Vegana. So it could be vegano if you're using it as in front of a masculine noun. I get it. Let's see. So Archie. So basically, the Caporro's chicken slaughter in New York City is a ritual done by a small branch of Jewish people. I'm not sure how many people still do it, but I saw a video on it earlier. Okay, I'm aware. Yeah, okay, thanks for letting me know about that. Yeah, I know there is a Jewish ritual, so there's cultural implications, but I'm gonna just be totally frank. I'm Chinese, and I'm aware of the Wuhan dog slaughter festival that they have, or at least used to have in Wuhan. Not Wuhan. What am I saying? Wuhan. That's the coronavirus origin. Oh man, I'm having a bona fide vegan brain fart right now. So VD is going to use this against me. God, what's the freaking town that has the dog eating festival? Oh gosh, it shows you how much Chinese I know. But anyway, the point is that I can't remember the name of the city that has the dog eating festival in China. The point is I'm gonna criticize that as well. So yeah, I'm just saying, if that's been done, Yulin, thank you. Yeah, it was 2 syllables with a U, thank you. I can see how I did that, virtual vegan. The point is, yeah, even though it's a ritual, and I understand what that word means, some rituals don't need to continue in 2021, right? I thought in some Polynesian cultures, maybe they threw people into volcanoes for whatever reasons. Like, our friend here, Mi Comunidad Vegana, he knows about, the Aztecs and Mayans there, and there are some pretty bloody, horrific rituals there, particularly it's well known with the Aztecs, ripping hearts out of people and, throwing their hearts to appease the gods there. I mean, rituals, is meaningful they may have been at some point in past history. With our modern eyes and sensibilities, we can tell that these rituals are cruel and barbaric and completely unnecessary. And no matter what kind of connections the past may they may have to one's culture, if it's barbaric and cruel, who cares? If you're throwing virgins in a volcano, stop it. If you're ripping people that you capture in battle, ripping their hearts out and throwing them down the steps of a pyramid, stop it. And same with slaughtering chickens in New York. Come on. I mean, maybe that was what people did hundreds or thousands, 1,000 years ago. I don't know. But 2021, no, it's completely barbaric and pointless. Oh man. Yeah, I'm alive again. Oh, not alive, but live again. Let's see. A vegan death cult. Oh, we got someone here. Granddaddy of them all. Why did the eczema I had cleared up when I started to eat pasteurized animal base? What do you mean? I'll never go back to how does that okay, just start off. First of all, veganism has nothing to do with eczema. Want me to prove it to you? Oh, vegan egg. I just missed your. I got to get the alert box. I'll read your thing. I'm sorry, I didn't read your thing because I didn't do my thing here. But I'll read it aloud. I'll pretend I'm the speech to text here. Thank you, Vegan Egg, for the first super chat, and thank you for using Streamlabs, which they don't take a cut of. But I'll read it out. I'll read it in a robot voice. I forgot. There's a bug in Streamlabs with Mac. It doesn't do the text to speech unless I do a certain workaround, and I didn't do it. So here it is. Probably been asked, but what do you think about the Vegan Gains ban? Is he still banned? I heard, I haven't talked to him. People have told me he took his videos, made them private intentionally to avoid getting another strike or something like that. Do you think it was justified? And what would the potential loss of his channel mean to you? First of all, I want to know what's going on. I don't want Vegan Gains to go or anything like that. Of course not. And it would be a huge loss. I mean, yeah, he doesn't do the kind of vegan activism that I'm kind of more known for. We both cover the same kinds of stories and reason through things. And he does it a little more enthusiastic way than I do, which is totally cool. It appeals to a different demographic typically, and that's totally cool, But that said, just because someone's different doesn't mean you want them to go away or anything. I want to make that perfectly clear. So what I'm trying to say is No, we don't want to see vegan games get banned. It's sad to see anyone get banned, especially a vegan channel. And wait a second, so I didn't even know if he's been banned, though, is the thing. Does anyone know for sure what is going on with this channel situation? No one's given me an exact answer. I haven't heard anything from him or his wife about what's going on. So if you guys have any more information about that, I'd really like to know. But like I said, as far as I know, he himself has his videos hidden, at least temporarily, to get through a period where he has like supposedly like 2 strikes on his channel. If you get a 3rd one, you're gone. So I think he's trying to avoid that. So yeah, I feel for him. You know, he's losing a lot just by not letting his videos be played right now. Yeah, he gets sassy, Matt. That's the word I'm looking for. He gets a little more sassy than I do. You know, sometimes I think I'm getting kind of sassy. Then I'll watch his response to the same person, why I'm no longer vegan. And I go, wow, I was so nice, you know? So I'm glad. Even though if I get a little emotional a bit, you know, I still retain my kind of professionalism. So anyway, who was our person here? Granddaddy of them all thinks veganism is a death cult because his eczema didn't clear up. Well, let's go look at the definition of veganism, which I have right here. And notice it doesn't say anything about vegan is a diet that makes eczema clear up or anything like that. But if you want to talk about eczema, my wife, Angie, she had eczema pretty much her entire adolescent and adult life. She was prescribed eczema creams by doctors, you know, rub on her hand, which kind of left her skin kind of thrashed. Anyway, my point is that cleared up when she went vegan. She ate whole food plants. I have no idea what our anti-vegan friend was eating here, but I'm just saying there's examples of eczema improving by going vegan. Not just any vegan, not just eating Oreos and crap like that, but eating whole food plants. And secondly, look at the definition of veganism here. It's the moral philosophy against cruelty to animals. So why blame it eczema? It's like most people I know that have eczema are not vegans. Should we discredit the whole like non-vegan diet? You know, people eating like non-vegan diets because they have eczema? I mean, think about it. That's what you're saying. Like, oh, I'm eating a normal American diet that has meat and I have eczema. Therefore, the normal American diet that has meat is null and void. That's pretty much what you're saying about veganism. So you haven't debunked veganism. It just says you tried some kind of vegan diet and you still have eczema, but there's nothing inherent about being vegan and eczema. You see what I'm saying? It's completely unrelated. So anyway, the Streamlabs bot has the wrong link for donations? Really? Let me check that out real quick. Where it's going, the link. 1 second, guys. Let's see. That looks like our link there, Streamlabs /Happy Healthy Vegan. Let me just flip it into a browser here. See what's going on. Let's see. That looks right. Here's what I'm seeing on my screen here. This is the Streamlabs page for leaving a super chat tip. That looks right. I see Happy Healthy Vegan. I see vegan egg. So yeah, I think everything's cool. Maybe just try it again. Let me paste the link that I just put in here. Here's the link, and let's see. Maybe I'll unpin my super chat. I'll remove it here. So let me know if that link I just pasted down there works, and I'm going to pin it up top. Let me know if that works out. Because yeah, I just copied the link manually just by copy and paste. Okay, so we have some word here about vegan gains. So Daniel says, vegan gains will be back in a few days. You've been watching Jasmine, his wife's live streams. Good to know. That kind of confirms what I've been hearing, the best information that I've got here. Okay, it works now, Robert. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know that. For some reason, that pinned message with the Streamlabs link wasn't working, but you're saying it does work now, so cool. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, vegan mama. Yeah, we did figure out. Yeah, people told me a few minutes ago it's the Yulin Dog Festival. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm sure VD is going to make a video. Look here, the vegan diet is null and void because Ryan couldn't remember the name of the Yulin Dog Festival. Okay, well, I'm glad for you, Granddaddy, that pasteurized animals healed your eczema. It doesn't mean veganism is null and void. If you went vegan to clear your eczema, you weren't vegan. Vegan is having a moral belief, the moral belief that it's wrong. That's wrong. Oh, thanks, Vegan Metalhead. Thanks for letting me know that Streamlabs is working by making a donation off there. Veganism means you believe it's wrong to exploit and harm animals. If you went vegan to clear eczema, to improve your skin, to get skinnier, to get more shredded, to lose weight, to cure any disease or condition for that matter, that's not going vegan. It's trying a plant-based diet or a vegan diet, but you didn't go vegan. So I'm cool. I'm glad your eczema is better. But my wife cured her lifelong eczema by going vegan too. So I'm not sure what your point is. Why are you so stuck on veganism being tied to its ability to heal or not heal eczema? I told you, it's completely irrelevant. Just the fact that your eczema got better, as you say afterwards, awesome. I'm happy for you. I don't want to see people suffer, but it doesn't mean veganism is somehow null and void. Matt, I'm going to show your comment there about vegan gains. As you guys know, he has an OnlyFans. I really don't know. I don't know if he has one. I know his wife. I can't show your message there, Matt. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's coming up. Anyway, yeah, it came up now. Anyway, I was going to say he has a, what's it called? Yeah, an OnlyFans page, or his wife has one, and I guess he is on it once in a while. I don't know if you'd call him a sex worker or not like that. That might be a stretch. Unless he's doing it all the time now. See, I don't know. I don't follow. But yeah, if our granddaddy friend has eczema, the most prudent thing to do is, instead of trying keto or trying vegan or whatever, go see a doctor. See what a doctor has to say first. Maybe find a vegan doctor if you want to try going vegan and working on eczema. But just because your eczema didn't go away when you were vegan doesn't mean veganism is null and void. Let's see, Chad. I didn't see your question there, Chad. You could ask. Yeah, if anyone sees me not answer your question, it's all good. Just ask again, and I'll try my best to answer it. Yeah, Johnny, thanks for letting Granddaddy know he's providing an anecdotal claim, which means just personal story, not scientific evidence. If you want to see if eczema diets a vegan diet is good or bad for eczema, you can look at the research. But just the fact that one person did better or worse as a vegan or not vegan doesn't disprove the effectiveness or lack thereof of a vegan diet in eczema. Again, there's science to figure stuff like that out. Ralph, hey, thanks for the super chat tip there, Ralph. Please go camping in a wooded area for a video, kayaking or something cool outdoors. Yeah, if we get our thing together, we might be able to go to Catalina this year. The thing is, yeah, ever since COVID, the person that used to watch our pets, she doesn't live around here anymore. So we're kind of screwed right now. So we're not exactly sure what to do. So that's our kind of jam, as opposed to mountains or stuff like that. We can go kayaking at Catalina. It's an island, a desert island, basically. Chad C., you're wondering, my thoughts on animal research, ever justified? That's a really good question. I have a friend who lives on the East Coast, and her job as a scientist is to create technology so that animal research will be a thing of the past. Creating I forgot exactly what her field is called, but it's quite fascinating. Is it ever justified? I don't know. I don't know what all the possible scenarios are. Of course, yeah, I'm not pro animal research, so I'm just allowing the possibility. Maybe there is some scenario I'm not imagining off the top of my head, but no, I'm opposed to animal research. I mean, obviously, I buy products that have no animal testing on them. I get my shampoos, and you look on it, make sure they don't put soap in their eyes and crap like that. So yeah, by that same reason, yeah, you don't want to hear about this product involved or some kind of research on animals as well. So is that what you're asking about there, Chad? So yeah, of course, I'm a vegan, opposed to exploiting animals. Okay, Archie, you're trying to give a debunk of veganism there. We'll see if our granddaddy friend has a response to how an anecdotal report is not really about eczema. It's not really debunking of veganism. Just talking about someone's experience. And again, there's nothing in the definition of veganism that says reversing eczema is essential to it. I'm kind of wondering if this link from the bot here in the chat is not working. Let me copy this link. Copy link. And now I'm going to go to check it out. 1 second, guys. Oh, yeah, that link is screwed up right now, huh? Yeah, I think the bot isn't working good. Yeah, okay, I'm going to figure out what's up with that. Yeah, let me try it again here. Huh. Okay, no, this is not cool. I'm gonna turn that bot off for right now. I'm sorry. I think that's what you guys were trying to tell me earlier about the Streamlabs link not working out right. So let me just kind of go to my bot here and see what's going on. First, I'm gonna turn it off, turn it back on, and I'm gonna go into edit mode and just make a tweak to it. Maybe something weird is happening. Okay, we'll see what happens when it comes up next time. I just made a little tweak. Weird technical problems suck. Okay, Chad, let's see. You're in a ethic. Let's see. You're in a research ethics course. Wow. And this week we are covering animal ethics. I'm sure you'll be happy to hear. Yeah, that's great. Wow. Yeah. I didn't know there were such courses like that. Angus. Yeah, I'm not a medical doctor, not a nutritionist, so I don't feel like I'm someone qualified to answer a question about iron supplements increasing risks of disease. I have not heard of that, but again, I'm not a medical doctor and I'm not familiar with that particular area of research as well. So I hope you appreciate my transparency on issues where I said I don't BS you guys. If you guys ask me something, I have no knowledge of it, I'm not going to give you my opinion. And in something like this, something fact evidence-based where I don't know the facts, I'll be honest with you on that one. So if anyone has any good answers down there, cool. Granddaddy. Okay, even though you might disagree with me, you will say I'm polite. Well, thank you. I mean, I just treat people the way I, kind of expect to be treated. Even though if you might say something I disagree with, I treat you with respect. I might be a little aggressive in my use of logic and reasoning, but I'm never attacking the person. Well, I shouldn't say never. It's pretty rare I do that. I attack the logic or the lack thereof or lack of evidence. But I'm always pretty much always respectful to people, unless they really anger me somehow. Okay, what do I think of abortion? I think you were asking me that last time. Let's go to let me see if I can pull it up on Twitter. I made a tweet about this the other day. I think it was this morning, actually. I'll just give you a link to my Twitter tweet about what I have to say about that. No, actually, it was on my Facebook. Okay, I don't like to get into hot button issues and political and religious stuff. And my opinion, here's my opinion of abortion. I think it's whether I'm for it or against it, I think it's 100% completely irrelevant because I feel that whatever my beliefs are, it's not my decision to make for you or anyone else. That's my whole stance on that. So it's completely irrelevant if I think it's cool, everyone should do it, or you should never do it for whatever reasons. It's absolutely irrelevant. But I think regardless of what my beliefs are, I have no right as a 54-year-old man to tell any person what to do in her situation. She got raped, incest, or just regular, just none of the above, just, standard, whatever you want to call it. I'm in no, have no authority, no moral rightness. Is that the right word, to tell someone, especially a female, what she should be doing? That's my stance, Kay. Whether it doesn't matter what I think about it, because I have no right in any regard, legally, morally, to tell, hey, you woman, here's what you must or must not do. It's not my business, because it's her body. Okay, so Brianne said your gynecologist told you that taking iron supplements in excess increases the risk of colon cancer. Okay, we could check that out. I'm not sure. I'm trying to dispute that. I'm not too worried about that myself personally, because I don't really take iron supplements or anything like that. But yeah, if you take iron supplements, and if this advice is correct, and I suggest everyone who's interested in this, fact check this for yourself. And yeah, just guess the keywords there are in excess. Vegan Bear, what is that? Are we talking about abortion there? That makes no sense, because I'm not defending the president, but he's not telling you to get an abortion or not get one. Vegan Metalhead, ever watch Pick Up Limes? No, I never have. Vegan registered dietitian and does recipe videos. Oh, sounds cool. Bond, what question have I shied away from? I said I'm not like superhuman. I don't see every question. I'm answering every question asked of me. I just don't answer every single one immediately, because there's 72 concurrent viewers at this moment, 73. So ask again, Bond. Ask again. What is your controversial? In fact, I'm gonna try to find your earlier comments to see what I'm shying away from, Bond. I'm not seeing your question, Bond, so ask away. Ask away. I talked about abortion. I talked about, is it ethical ever to test on animals? So I'm okay, you did ask a question. So what am I skipping out on? Please let me know. I mean, I told you my position on abortion. It doesn't really matter, because my position is I have my beliefs have no bearing on, have no legal right or moral right to tell an independent, autonomous, sentient female what she should or shouldn't do with her body. That's my opinion. Yeah, we did talk. I did answer the testing on animals. I told you I'm against testing on animals, but I allowed the possibility. Maybe there is some scenario that I don't really research or read about testing on animals. But I'm telling you, I'm opposed. Make no confusion here. I'm opposed to testing on animals. But I'm willing to hear. But I'm not an expert. This is not my field of my wheelhouse. I'm willing to hear what other people have to say about the matter and learn more about it. But right now, my opinion is yes, I am opposed. I'm not trying to be more clear about that, but I'm willing to learn more about the topic. That's how an honest person should be, rather than here's my opinion and I'm sticking to it. I'd like to learn more about it. Okay, I just told you my position. My position is I'm against, not only me, I'm against the government, any entity that's not the person and her immediate family telling someone what she or must not do with regards to a pregnancy. I don't know how I could be more clear about that. I'm completely against any person, entity, government, any group of any kind forcing someone what they can or cannot do with a female can do about her pregnancy. I don't know how to make that more clear. Hey, Uncle Walt. How's it going, Uncle Walt? Bodhi and Jojo, they're loving the heat here. They're sleeping and living like kings. Empress of weirdness. You can't debunk veganism. What's right is right. Hey, that's pretty. You got it. Okay, pro-choice. Pro-choice in the sense I believe, as I said, it's the right of a female I'm thinking about what it's like to be a female. It's the right of a female to determine what's best. I don't believe Governor Abbott of Texas has the right to tell a female what she should or shouldn't do. I don't believe the United States government has the right to tell a female what she shouldn't do regarding her pregnancy, especially in cases of rape and incest. I think it's actually cruel to force someone who's been raped to bring the rapist's baby to birth. I think, to me, that just blows my mind. So if you want to call me pro-choice, yeah, I believe in it's not the right of a governor or state to tell the female what to do. Okay, well, that's a really debatable question. I mean, what do you mean by does life begin? Because at the moment of conception, you have biological organisms that could be termed loosely as life, like an egg before it gets fertilized is a biological living thing. It's not like a rock or something like that. It's a living thing. Sperms are little living things, little microorganisms. So I mean, there already is life at the moment of conception. Is it human life at the moment of conception? It doesn't seem like that's the case. One, what did I have to get it right? Menstrual person, not women? I'm not sure what you mean there. Yeah, Travis, like I said, what is life? I mean, that's a philosophical question. We could talk about that. That's been talked about for centuries. What is life? That's, what are you going to define as life? And then there's the question of like human or sentient life. That's a whole nother thing. Like I said, the sperm is a living thing, an egg is a living thing. When is there like sentient life? So anyway, hey AJ Finich. Oh, that's good to hear, Kay. That's it sounds like we're on the same page there. Hey Sage, you checked out my old band, Love Spirals Downward, a few days ago. Cool, thanks. And my current band is Love Spirals. Sean, what is going to take all night here? Those metal containers stay cool. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Are you trying to cook something? Harry Costello. Okay, let me just put you in a little time out there, Harry Costello. I mean, if you want to come here and try to debunk veganism, cool. Provide a respectful conversation and provide a rational argument of some kind. But they're just going to come here and spam the comments, so let's kick your butt out here. In fact, I'm going to ban you just because that's completely abusive to come here and, let's see. Spam. We are reporting you for spam. And how about harassment, bullying, maybe? Let's see. How can I bust you? Yeah, I'm saying you're harassing me. So, yeah, you just can't come here and say you love meat. If you want to have a respectful discussion, that's cool. But yeah, I've just blocked you and reported you for spamming because you just pasted your comment there like a dozen times. So not only you hit out, you're in trouble. Let's see. Powered by Plants. So we get to listen to live music sometimes. We haven't seen a live band probably since the whole COVID thing started. I'm trying to think. I mean, we've seen some little things, but nothing like like a famous or semi-famous band or anything like that. Things are just kind of getting started back up. Tours and shows take months to plan and book and all that. So anyway, yeah, we haven't seen much in the way of cool stuff yet. Yeah, the spamming is annoying. Yes, and we dealt with them. So I'm not sure if I banned them or not. I reported them, but if we see them come back, I'll just block them permanently. Because that's what we do. If you're watching Mr. I Like Me, yeah, like I said, just come here and be cool and respectful. You don't have to kiss my ass. You don't have to agree with anything I say for that matter. Just be cool. If you just come here and spam, I like meat. I mean, that tells me you're probably like, what, 5 years old? So you're probably not like, you don't belong here is what I'm saying. Let's see. Powered by plants. You're in Savannah and enjoying the local bands. Cool. Yeah, I know bands are playing again. I just haven't. What local band would I go to right now? Let's see. What local bands have I missing for a while? Oh. A lot of the bands I've been listening to lately are actually in Korea. Not BTS, but just like Korean, like indie bands. So I probably wouldn't be able to see them. I wish I was in Seoul. Maybe I could see them out there. Well, I don't have any. I'm not really fans of like follow any like local bands here. Really, I mean, I'll see some bands who are like national, like based in another state, and they'll come on tour and play at some of the smaller clubs here. But yeah, I can't think of anyone locally that I go and see. Neymar Jr. So you're trying to debunk veganism because you claim, without any evidence here, that there's more minerals and more bioavailable in plant products. Well, again, that's not what veganism is all about. Veganism isn't a way of living. Yikes, I got the wrong page here. Here, let's look at the definition of veganism here. A way of living which basically excludes, as far as practical and possible, all forms of cruelty and exploitation to animals. It doesn't say you have to be a healthy vegan here. It says you could, for all to satisfy this definition, this is a pretty well accepted definition as well. You could, in theory, just eat like French fries all day or Oreos even all day and be a vegan. You're vegan not because you're trying to absorb as many minerals as humanly possible. It's not like a race to the finish. He who absorbs the most minerals wins in life or something like that. But you're probably asking yourself, well, is it healthy or not? That's really what you want to know. Are vegans at risk of being deficient in vitamins and minerals? Is it nutritionally sufficient for people? And here, instead of just making crap up, you can look at the position paper here of the largest health group of health professionals, I should say, in the United States. So this is not like some keto or carnivore group on Facebook making a blog post. This is the abstract to a lengthy position paper. It has 117 references, studies in the references section at the end of the paper. And here it says, an appropriately planned vegan diet, as opposed to eating just Oreos or French fries, including vegan diets, it's healthful, and the key word here for you, my friend, nutritionally adequate, and may provide health benefits for the prevention of certain diseases. Furthermore, these diets are appropriate in all stages of life, including pregnancy, lactation, infancy, childhood, adolescence, older adults, and for athletes. So this is what you really want to know, is even though you claim you can get more crap or minerals or whatever from eating meat, I don't know if that's true, but it doesn't say that if you're a vegan, you're not getting what you need to be a healthy person here. Nutritionally adequate. So you didn't debunk veganism. Veganism has nothing to do with absorbing the most nutrition humanly possible per bite. And if you're wondering how healthy it is, well, if you can debunk the largest health professional group in the United States, I would love to see it. So anyway, that's enough of that. Hey, Janet, I just saw your, I gotta get this back up here. Janet, I just saw you right there. Carnus troll vegan account, sometimes racking up hundreds of comments. Ironic that they haven't, that they then say, stop forcing us to be vegan or stop pushing your vegan views. Thanks for the super chat tip comment there. And I didn't hear that get read, huh? Let me test something. Let me see if you're hearing this. Fake. I'm making a test donation here. John, testing.
This is a test donation for $45.
Okay, I heard that. But I didn't. Oh, James's is for $1, so that's why I didn't hear yours. So yeah, if no one just donated $45. That was me using the little tester thing here. So anyway, hey Leah, doing good. Thanks, Leah. Just having a little live stream here, and yeah, trying to respond to a few people who think they've debunked veganism and, you know, it's not working. Yeah, I'm talking about heme iron. I saw some discussion there. I wasn't able to get to it, but yeah, if you're a vegan and you really want to have heme iron for whatever reason, and heme iron is the more toxic form of iron, the one I should say more associated with disease risk than non-heme iron. But if you really, for some reason, need to have heme iron, your doctor told you so, Impossible Burgers are the only sorts of plant-based heme iron, some kind of genetically modified process. That's what it is. But anyway, that's what produce their plant-based heme iron. So if you must be vegan and must have heme iron, now in 2021, you can do that. You know, you couldn't do that like say 4 or 5 years ago. Oh, is Granddaddy back? Okay, let's see what Granddaddy said. I didn't see Granddaddy's comment. Hey, Peter's back too. Hey, Peter. Thanks for returning. And I want to hear about the debates you're having. So Granddaddy's trying to debunk veganism again. I'm not seeing the comment there. Anyway, Sage, is kind of harsh as that your comment there sounds, Sage. I can't say I disagree with that. You're saying anti-vegans seem like they come from a place of hate and they are rarely logical from your experience, and that's my experience too. Oh, Uncle Walt wants to see me. I'll give you the abstract. Remember last Friday I was trying to find the full paper, like, you know, the many, like, dozens of pages and all the references section. I was having trouble in real time, but let me grab at least the abstract, and if you search around you could download the entire PDF, which has all the references, the entire, you know, study position papers. I forgot, several dozen pages. So anyway, this will get you started with it, Uncle Walt. So check this out. Anyone else is interested, this is just the abstract, but like I said, the entire published position paper exists pretty easily if you just scroll down in the search results. Favorite Korean dishes? Well, I haven't had too much Korean food yet. Byzantine ladybug. I mean, there's a Korean restaurant here in Long Beach, Sura, that we've been a few times. I kind of like that little appetizer thing they bring out. What's it called? Banchan. It's like, you know, little tasty things in little jars. I think those are really cool. But I don't think I have a favorite Korean dish yet. I need to try some more out. But I'm so lucky that they have like a vegan kitchen section there. Hey, Michael Jackson, doing great, thank you. Let's see, you got it? All right, awesome. That carnivore woman schooled me? What are you talking about there, Ace Jackson? What carnivore woman? When and on what topic exactly did I get schooled in? I'm just kind of curious. Are you being facetious? Okay, first of all, let's talk about number of animals being killed here. For number of animals killed for growing plants and for killing, you know, for animals, for eating animals. Because Granddaddy's throwing this stuff out here. More humane. What is more humane? To kill an animal or to not to kill an animal? So you can have a pasture-raised animal. You could give it a name. You could give it a hoof print, a nose print. Treat it like a king, but the bottom line is when time comes, you're gonna have to slit its throat or shoot it or kill it. So there's no way to humanely slaughter an animal. If you have one, let me know, because if so, we could do that to people, right? I mean, death penalty, I'm not for it. I'm totally against that. But I'm saying it's an oxymoron and a lie to say that there's a humane way to kill, slaughter an animal whose desire in life is not to be killed. It's a sentient being, just like you, just like me. It doesn't want to die. So let's get that out of the way, this myth of humane slaughter. If there's such a thing, we could humane slaughter a person, right? It's absurd. I'm just pointing that out, how absurd. We can humane slaughter someone's pet. Absurd. But let's actually look at how many animals are killed in the production of different foods here. Ooh, let me get the right. Ooh, hang on one second here. I went ahead of myself here. Dang it. Where am I? Oh, here I am. Okay. All right, browse web. Here we go. Okay, and I'll put the source if you want to see this here. This is a mathematical model. It's not a research paper per se, but it's someone that did, here's the whole method section. If you see the formulas and assumptions that were used to generate this model. If you think this was wrong, you can debunk it if you want. But here, number of animals killed to produce 1 million calories in 8 food categories. Look it up here. Look at all the animals killed to produce chicken. What is this? About 250. To produce eggs, they have to kill nearly 100 animals. But to produce grains, which is probably where I get the bulk of my calories as a whole food plant-based vegan, one animal versus like 100 or 200 animals. So there goes the myth of you kill more animals by not eating animals. It's nonsense. So if you'd like to link to that, let me know. Just Google the title here too if you want. So there goes that argument. First of all, there's no such thing as humane slaughter, and secondly, of course you're going to kill animals when you kill animals to make food from animals. A lot more. And again, if you want to dispute this paper, plug in different numbers, but they better be justified, the numbers and assumptions that get changed. Wow, that's a big stat there. My new life without my wife. So Neymar, what's this? What are you trying to say? Rich people are pushing the vegan agenda at the general public? What are you talking about? The general public is not vegan. Like, is that what you're saying? Like 3% maybe of the general public here is vegan. Most people are not vegan. Most people are resistant to vegan. So this myth that the government or the elites are pushing a vegan agenda on the masses. Well, it's not working. They're not trying hard enough. And it's, again, why are they subsidizing the United States? Why is the United States government subsidizing the meat and dairy industries with our taxpayer money to promote consumption of their meat and dairy products? So they're doing a pretty crappy job. I wish they were. I wish the government at least were pushing the vegan agenda. And what is the vegan agenda exactly? I hear that from haters all the time. Remember back, when gay rights were more controversial, you hear about the gay agenda, like there's some kind of agenda that all the LGBTQ people agree on or something like that. There is no vegan agenda other than we would really like it if other people would wake up and realize that it's absolutely pointless, needless, and environmentally destructive. On top of that, to needlessly kill billions of animals every year for slaughter for food. All right, Neymar, you're going to have to calm it down here. If you have a rational answer or explanation to throw at me, but if you're going to be violent and hateful, we have several moderators who'll be more than happy to kick your ass out of here. If you want to just in a calm, rational way explain this agenda or conquer thing, I have no idea what you're talking about. I just see you as a ranting lunatic right now, and I say that as nicely as I possibly can because that's what I'm seeing. If you want to change the tone and try to converse in a way that I approve of here, which is being cool and not a dick, go for it. If not, like I said, one of our moderators will boot your ass out of here and ban you from our channel forever. You have to be cool. I said, yeah, this is, chatting with a friendly vegan, not an ass vegan. So you got to be cool. That's my rule. It's really basic. I'm not all into censorship. You just got to be cool and respectful like I am. Yeah, Peter. Yeah, you hit his comment, and I want to hear more about this animal protection debate that you had in the election in Canada. Yeah, where was this at? Juan Contreras, would I eat meat made in a lab? Even though that would maybe satisfy the definition of not exploiting and being cruel to animals, once you're vegan for any length of time, you have no desire to eat real meat anymore. It's grotesque. It's like poop. You see the meat at a restaurant that some people might be eating, or you smell it if you're running by bars and restaurants, as I often used to do on my long runs, and it's not appealing in any way, shape, or form. So no, why would I want to eat meat, even though it's not involving killing animals? It's good for non-vegans. I'm not against it. I hope all non-vegans eat lab-grown meat. That would be awesome. If all non-vegans ate lab-grown meat, pet food, whatever, zoo food, whatever, that'd be awesome. Granddaddy, you eat what you kill. So think about that. There's how many 8 billion people on this planet? Let's just look here in California, in the LA metropolitan area. What are they, like 20 million people here? So where are we supposed to go? Out and hunt and kill all our food here? It just doesn't work like this. So maybe where you live, that might work for you. I'm not saying that it justifies you killing sentient beings. I'm just going, what you're proposing here. Like, it's like virtue signaling. Look at me. I'm doing this really esoteric thing, that elitist thing that very humans have the privilege to be able to do. Like, where are the 20 million people in LA? We're supposed to walk around the downtown and shoot things, and it's not going to work out. So I'm saying it doesn't scale. This whole thing, you hunt what you eat kind of thing, doesn't scale on a massive scale. So even if it were somehow morally right, ethically right, and it's not, it's impractical to feed the world like that. Or else you'd have to like sell it. And then again, you have markets and you have the same systems that we have right now. So that argument really doesn't really work out. Yeah, you can virtue signal all you want, but this is not a solution to solving our climate crisis or anything. So you think meat smells like farts? Yeah, meat, I tell you, it's like poop. When I see poop on the ground, or if I see a burger on the ground, to me, they're exactly the same thing. Stay away from them, avoid them, they suck. Yeah, Rogan can think that too, because he's like how much was his contract with Spotify? Was it like $1 billion or $100 million, something like that? He's rich. He can go and do this elitist privilege thing. But again, this doesn't work for the masses. How is, like I said, like 20 million people here in Los Angeles alone supposed to do what Joe Rogan does? We don't, it just doesn't work. Matrix trailer. No, I didn't see the new Matrix trailer yet. I just heard a few days ago that it's coming out. I didn't know they had a trailer yet. It's more gross than poop. I'm with you, Oscar. If I was running and I had to like move really quickly, either decide to step in poop or meat, that'd be a tough choice, honestly. Yeah, Peter. Actually, why don't you start getting your stuff ready? Maybe I'll have you come on in like maybe 5-10 minutes on Discord. I fired that up just in case. So if you want to like get your stuff ready, and yeah, we can you could tell us on Discord how your animal protection debate had for the election in Canada, how that went. So yeah, that'd be cool if we can hear about that. So yeah, fire up your Discord and we'll give it a shot. But yeah, I'm doing a little bit, like maybe 5-10 minutes or so. Wow, Uncle Walt, what kind of scenario is that? I must have missed something there. Real Jonin? What is that? Vegans? Are you joking? Or are you serious? Vegans are trying to take over the world by forcing us to eat healthy things? That sounds like a vegan being facetious. Are you being ironic, or are you actually a non-vegan that honestly truly believes that? I'm just curious, because that is funny. Juan, what do I think of intermittent fasting? I don't do it. Other than sometimes unintentionally, because I don't eat in the morning before I work out, and sometimes I'll be at the gym 2 hours, so sometimes I kind of unintentionally like have a pretty long period between like the last food I had the night before and my banana smoothie after a gym trip. Jordan, we have another insect activist? What's going on here? Vegan bear. Who are you talking about? Empress of Weirdness? I must have missed some of these conversations going on here. I missed a lot of stuff there. Let's see. Let's see, I'm just kind of reading some of your guys' comments here. Sorry. Eating insects to save the environment would be a really stupid idea. Is that someone's proposition? Why eat insects when you just eat plants? Like, why? Isn't that just like too hard to comprehend? Just eat freaking plants. What is wrong with eating plants? Yeah, Uncle Walt. Yeah, what do you think? Was that true or not? Was someone being serious when they said those vegans want everyone to be healthy and care about animals? How dare they? That's what I was hearing too. There you go, Sage. Yeah, you choked while biting on a carrot. Yeah, eating plants is bad, huh? Veganism is null and void. Let's see. Who's our insect activist here, or our plant activist? Well, wow. Thank you, Fred. Fred, thank you. Thanks for educating the world. Good night from, is it Reading or Reading, Pennsylvania? Thanks so much. Appreciate that, Fred. I'm just doing my little bit here to help, just doing what I can to use my skills with technology, social media, and experience as an almost 11-year vegan and proud one, not hiding it in any way, shape, or form, to show the world how it's just such a win to be a vegan. A triple win, a quadruple win. There's no negatives of being vegan other than encountering anti-vegans. But I may have brought it on by the way I titled this live stream, so I can't complain too much about that. But thank you so much, Fred. Much appreciated. Appreciated. Pronounced Reading. Okay, thanks so much. Yeah, we have a Reading in Northern California. I think it's spelled just like that too. I should have had that be my first guess. Well, I have no idea what kind of conversation is going on with Empress of Weirdness or Vegan Bear. Is there anything I can do here? What is the point of contention between you two guys? Just let me know. What do we talk? Oh, it is spelled Reading, William. Okay, shows you. I've only been there once. It was just like a stopover on the way to Eureka Arcata. Oh no, I think we were driving to Portland on that trip. My bad. Yeah. Anima, I haven't heard anything about flax seeds lowering LDL, but let me Google that right now. I'm curious. Yeah, I've had flax seeds before, obviously. Yeah, most people think of flax seeds as a good plant-based source of omega-3 fatty acids. Let's see. Flax seeds LDL. Let's see if it says what it says here. Okay, just a quick excerpt here from the Mayo Clinics. It says that several studies show that taking flaxseed daily can reduce total cholesterol and LDL, or bad cholesterol. So yeah, thanks for bringing this up. Yeah, see if that's been known for quite a while. Cool. I will get some ground flaxseed. I don't think I have any right now. It goes bad if you don't have it right away. So thanks for bringing that up, and I'll start doing that before I go see. I'll tell you, my plan is to go visit a vegan cardiologist here in SoCal. So I will. I'll start now. See if that clears it up. That'd be awesome. That'd be cool. Okay, Vegan Bear, you guys aren't fighting or anything. It just sounded like it's getting heated. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Is this the real Chef AJ here? If so, hello. I'm just wondering, how large is your own? I don't understand that sentence. Amina and Alden Claire, yes, I will let you know. I probably won't be able to. Let's see, we're in September. If I'm lucky, I'll try. I'll get something going. I just tell you, I know it's not a pressing issue, but it's something I want to do. But it's something I will definitely do this year, and I should get it started now. Just call and make an appointment. Let's see. What's that, Lorax? Your dad's not convinced about methane? Need help dealing with him? Huh. I would just look up some of the statistics on methane emissions and see what you can find. let's see. Let's see, Peter. Yeah, get your stuff ready. Like, fire up. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good point, Jordan. Yeah, methane is the most dangerous in a certain way of looking at it because it heats faster and traps more heat for longer than the others. Tell your dad that. Just look up some more stats on methane because, yeah, depending on how you look at it, methane is even scarier than carbon dioxide. Let's see. Let's answer a few more questions, Peter. See if that's really Chef AJ or not. And then, yeah, we'll try to hop on Discord and get you on here. See if I can do it again. I did it that one time. It'll be cool to actually do it a second time to make sure I was, you know, I remember how to do it. I don't get rusty. Let's see. Yeah, Peter, why not? Let's go for it right now. If you want to try to hop on Discord, when you're ready to go, yeah, make sure you have no audio coming out of YouTube. If you're listening to me right now on a web browser, muted or whatever, and make sure the only way you hear me is via Discord, or else we'll get some crazy echo. So yeah, give it a shot, and yeah, it should all work out. Let me know when you're ready, Peter, and I'll keep an eye on my Discord app to see if you're in the chat room here. Let's see. All right, we'll see how it all works. So hopefully you'll be able to hear me, I hope. We'll see. Actually, let me just quickly check my settings. I should have done that before going on voice and video. Let's see, input device. Yeah, it looks like it should all work out. So I'll keep an eye. If I don't see it, Peter, I'll keep checking every minute or so. Shoe vegan. That's cool. Recently, you felt when you're happy, life gets easier. Can't disagree with that. I'm with you, SSH77. Yeah, Neymar, why would vegan food raise your estrogen levels? And are you saying it decreases testosterone levels? And particularly, why? What's the mechanism of this? I've not heard that. Are you aware, Neymar, of what my testosterone levels are as a 54-year-old male? All right, let me see if Peter is around. Oh, Peter might be in there. Let's see. Nope, I don't see Peter yet. I just saw something else I thought was Peter. All right. When you get married, life gets harder. Yeah, Johnny, but stick with it. It's worth it. You just got to learn to listen to each other. If you remember one thing from me, Johnny, you have all the veganism stuff down, it sounds like. Just remember, being a newly married person, and this gets more important as time goes on. It might not make as much of a... It's always important. Anyway, my point is just make sure to listen to the other person. Really listen to them. Know what they want. You know, just listen to the other person. Don't try to get, like what I do. If I get in a debate here, you know, I'm not trying to, when you're with your spouse, your wife, husband, you know, just want to make sure you're not trying to win a debate. You really just want to hear what's going on. If there's something wrong, don't try to win a debate. Just listen to them. All right, Peter is ready. Let's see if Peter's on. All right, let's see if I can find Peter here. Okay, Peter, I think that would be you. All right, I'm going to try this out here. Let's see. Okay, what do I need to do? Shoot, how do I get you to come be live again, Peter? 1 second here. Let's see. I approved you before. Wait, do I see someone being homophobic? What's up, Jordan? Let me see. Neymar, what are you talking about? Tofu causes you to love your own... You heard this. I mean, is there a study showing this? What are you talking about? You're saying eating tofu makes women like women and men like men? That is just complete homophobic nonsense. I just want to give you a stern warning. Maybe you're stating a fact. Please, if it's a fact, how do you know this? I know you can't link to a study, but please let me know what your the title of the study. You can paste the title down here, and I will look it up and see. What are you talking about? Like, if that were true, vegans should all should be like predominantly homosexual by that logic. That's what with the implication, the consequence of that would be. So that's just complete nonsense. Yeah, we're gonna block him. He stepped over the line. It's a fact. Yeah, I think he's been blocked. Uncle Walt, thanks for blocking Neymar. When you come back, if you say anything like that again, you're lucky. You've been timed out for 5 minutes. But if you come back and say anything silly, ridiculous, hateful, homophobic like that, you will be banned from our channel because I don't tolerate that. Other guys might, I don't. Okay, how can I get Peter on here? Let me see what I can do. Okay.
You did it before.
Hey, I did it. I think I got Peter on. Let me know.
Hello?
If you... Okay, I think...
Hello?
I see. Hey, we got you, Peter. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's really quiet, though. I'm not sure what I have to do. 1 second.
Okay, maybe crank up your headphones or something. Let me know. Let me know if you guys hear me and Peter kind of getting set up here.
Is that better? Can you hear me?
I hear you perfectly clear.
Okay, you're just really quiet for some reason, but I'm not sure.
Okay,
I can basically hear you.
As long as you can tolerate it, but we're here to talk about you. Let me make sure from our crowd here that people can hear us. Okay, they hear us. All right, awesome. So Peter, tell us, what did you do today? It sounds really interesting. Some kind of debate that you were a part of?
Well, I wasn't part of the actual debate. It was just, we have an election coming up on the 20th for a Canadian election. And this is the first time they ever had, there's an organization in Canada called Nation Rising. And they decided to put on a debate specifically about animal protection, ironically skipping out a party called Animal Protection Party. But they only invited parties with actual people in the House of Commons, like only members that have actually been nominated, that actually won.
Okay. And these are all like major parties too, I assume, then, if they've already won their elections.
They invited, there are 4 or 5 parties with actual people in the House of Commons, but only the Green Party, the Liberal Party, and the NDP Party, which is called the New Democratic Party of Canada, actually participate. They obviously invited this party called Conservative Party, but they don't do anything for animals, so I guess they just felt like there would be no point coming, and they just skipped it. They just, nope, we're not interested.
Okay, and again, what was the topic of this debate again? What was the discussion issue?
The specific topic was animal protection, but they had different questions like, what's your thoughts on animal breeding, like puppy mills? And one party said, oh, well, we're for it, kind of, but in a safer way. I was like, whatever that means. And then lab-grown meat was brought up, and horse slaughter, like imported horses into Canada for slaughter, was brought up. And some answers were kind of good, some were kind of like dancing around the subject and not very good. So yeah.
So what interested you the most, being an ethical vegan?
Well, the Green Party was probably the best, although technically the person who was there, her name is Elizabeth May, and she's technically not fully a vegan. Said she was like, quote unquote, trying at one point, whatever that means. And the only reason a Liberal candidate came on, because they actually have one guy in the whole party who's actually a vegan, even though their platform is like nothing to do with veganism. And the NDP actually voted in favor of an ag-gag law. And then they tried to justify their voting. It's like, well, we're protecting the farmers or some garbage like that.
From what? From what?
People who are like activists who are coming to, but they already have trespassing laws. So it doesn't really need a second law. There's no need for this second extra law to add it on, because once you trespass on private property, and then Elizabeth May commented and she said it's perfectly fine to protest in private property because she's done this in other places, like dams and other places that are
Uh,
the environment. So really, we shouldn't be taking away people's right to protest at places that do bad things, which is
yeah.
basically what the NEP is trying to do.
They know it's a bunch of crap protecting farmers. The farmers are already protected. The ag-gag laws are to prevent the general public from seeing with their own eyes what happens inside of slaughterhouses. They know that when many people see the reality, the truth of how animals are treated and slaughtered, that many people may never want to eat meat again. Like, that's how they're protecting farmers. They're protecting the meat industry.
Well, they also brought up about like subsidies, like like subsidies they give to meat and dairy, and Elizabeth May was pretty much the only one from the Green Party that just said cross them out, get rid of them completely, just like God, just like no more subsidies. The other party leaders were kind of like maybe have some or lower them or something. And
did they have any justification as to why the meat and dairy industries still need to be subsidized?
We're trying to more like slowly phase it out over time or something, but they didn't really have like an actual timeline, more of a vague idea.
Yeah, and they give an answer that pleases the audience without actually threatening the meat and dairy industries.
Yeah, pretty much. And then they just brought up like other stuff like the wild animal trade, which they did mention, which is the very first time I've ever heard a single debate mention about COVID and animals together at the same time.
Oh.
So, and they did mention how the wild animal trade is fueling COVID. And so they were like, Elizabeth May from the Greens, like, nope, get rid of the wild animal trade. Just no more wild animal trade.
Huh. So which issue, of all the issues that you mentioned there, which one, I guess the ag-gag slaughterhouse one, what was the most, like, resonated with you as a vegan? Like, which ones really, touched upon animal rights?
Well, no one really perfectly touched upon animal rights. But basically they just said things like how should we switch our system? Like, how should we, because the Canadian Food Guide recently updated their food plate, and it's much more closer to eating plants. Like, it only says eat quote unquote protein rather than a separate category for actual meat. They don't even have dairy at all. They got rid of dairy completely. Wow. Which is kind of ironic because they subsidize dairy at the same time telling you not to drink dairy, which is contradictory. So the very same, they got rid of all the companies involved. They used to have like different companies involved, and they would influence the guide, the Canadian Food Guide, but those were gone. So they just had people that knew about health and nutrition, and the plate a couple years ago now looks a lot more like closer to a whole food plant-based vegan instead of having no dairy and no meat categories. And
I'm sure that threatens and triggers a lot of the entrenched powers there.
Oh, for sure. That's why they have commercials when you go to the cinema saying support the BC dairy farmers and put more butter on your popcorn, basically. So that's one of the things they just basically brought up. It was how we should move closer to the plant-based food, like what steps the government should actually take, like supporting local farmers, supporting these, like, rather than just giant factories, even if they grow plants, there's a lot more support for like local farmers, like little greenhouses on your property, or like maybe a subsidy to put a greenhouse on your property. Maybe you got like a tax incentive if you grow plants on your big mansion property instead of just having a nice cut grass field or something.
I'm curious, were you at this debate physically, or were you watching it online?
Well, it's a Zoom debate.
Okay.
I just was commenting in the chat. I wasn't in one of the actual debates.
Okay. I was going, wow, you're quick, man. You're there, and then now you're on with me. I was impressed. Like, wow, he's got his technology down.
Well, it's just on Facebook Zoom. So it's because the guy, and then the guy who is running in my riding, who I'm going to vote for, his name is Jordan Riker, and he's the deputy leader of the Animal Protection Party. But they said we're only inviting people with actual seats, and he's like, well, that's just inviting the flavors of the month, so to speak. And he mentioned how that's ridiculous because then nobody gets a chance to actually and he was there in the chat putting his points and trying to
Yeah.
debunk some of their points, but it didn't, like, they mentioned about having parrots as a pet or something, like how could we have a parrot in a cage as a pet? And it was like, Jordan's like, a parrot is a terrible pet. It's not a pet at all.
Yeah.
Parrots should be free in the jungles to fly, not fly for a few minutes and shove it back in a cage. Then they're talking about, like, how can we sustainably breed parrots?
So
And,
who's
like,
this? Who's this candidate again? So for people that live, is this for anyone in all of Canada to vote for this candidate, or is it just in British Columbia?
Well, no, because we have a different system in Canada. You don't actually vote for the person, like in America, like you vote like either, like last year was like Joe Biden and Trump. Well, in
Yeah.
Canada, it's a little different system. You vote just for the person in your riding, and then there's a party, there's a head of that party, and that person, if they win, will become prime minister, which ours
Oh.
is Justin Trudeau. But then that person who wins in your riding will go to be a representation for that riding in the House of Commons.
All right, this
So
is
in my
complicated.
riding, yeah, it's a little different than your system.
So for anyone listening and living in Canada, tell them what do you need to do as a Canadian citizen to vote for a person who understands vegan philosophy?
Yeah, if you live in a riding that does have an animal protection candidate, the main leader lives in Toronto, and her name is Liz White. That she runs in Toronto. And the first time she ran single-handedly on her own, nobody else. Well, Canada, now they have about 20 or so people across Canada. And then the deputy leader, his name is Jordan Riker, and he runs in my riding of Victoria, BC, British Columbia. And so I can vote for him directly if I want to, which I will be. And then if he wins, which he has no chance, but I'm going to vote for him anyways, then he would be sent as a representation to Ottawa to hold a seat in the House of Commons. But it's even if he doesn't win, even if he gets a certain amount of votes, it actually helps strengthen his party. But the problem is they don't give these people time to participate in these debates. They only pick like the main parties, so he really doesn't get a chance to put his say in.
That's unfair.
And what we really need is the same thing you need in America is what's called proportional representation, where it's other countries, because there are other countries around the world that do actually have animal protection or animal parties that are having a say, but almost all of them, I think all of them have some form of proportional representation. So rather than first past the post, here's this guy you vote for and everyone else is just forgotten about, then your vote doesn't matter. But you're in this system, your vote would matter. You had proportional representation.
Yeah, I would
love.
Would love for our here in the United States the long, it's been entrenched, a two-party system. You really can't get much diversity of views here. So I don't know how that's ever going to change. Unfortunately, it sucks that.
The Liberals did mention in 2015 that they were going to get rid of first past the post, and they said, "Oh, it's not really the time. It's not the right moment now," because they won. So now it's not good for them.
Wow.
So they came up with some lame excuse. Well, this isn't really the right time. We discussed it with our caucus or members, and we felt that it's not quite good right now. We'll get back to you in a couple of years.
That means it's never going to happen. I mean, at least they're not going to make any concerted effort. That sucks. I want to ask you too, Peter. Was that Rib Fest? Did that already happen? Did you guys go protest that Rib Fest?
Yeah.
How did that go?
That happened today.
What'd you guys do? What kind of activism did you guys do? And did you guys get any heated conversations with rib fanatics?
We just stood outside and held some signs, and then there were some people that came by and mentioned and said some stuff, but not too many people, and most people just kind of walked by.
No one got all crazy on you or anything like that?
Not too bad. It was during the day, so it wasn't like at night when people were that drunk.
Yeah.
So pretty decent. And then because I wasn't that, then I could, of course, you can go on Zoom. So then I went on the Zoom thing after, because I was on in the afternoon and finished up with Ribfest.
Wow, you've been busy this weekend.
Yeah, lots of stuff. Well, the election. I mean, nobody really wanted this election. It was a snap election called by Trudeau to win a majority, but that looks like it's not going to happen because he doesn't think he's going to even get majority now. So.
Yeah, we have a bullcrap election recall happening here in California too. I fully understand.
Which nobody wants probably either.
The vast majority of Californians didn't want to like pay the millions of dollars that our state has to pay to put on this. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into politics here, but yeah. Well, cool. Anything else, Peter, while I got you, or should I get back to the main life?
I think our party, the Animal Texture Party, won't get many votes, but I'm still going to vote for them.
Yeah, support them. As long as your vote counts. If it helps strengthen the party rather than just throwing your vote away, I would say do it. Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how much it does really strengthen, unfortunately, because we don't have that proportional representation. But the actual election is on the 20th, and if anyone lives in Canada and you have one of those animal protection in your riding, yeah, I recommend voting for them and just keep trying to promote them so that everyone's aware that they exist. So, yeah.
Oh, you heard it, guys. Vote. Your vote matters, especially in Canada.
Okay.
All right, cool. I think we should get back. I think there might be someone running amok on the chat, so we have to see if we need to ban someone or not here. All right, cool, Pete. I'll see you back in the chat. Thank you. All right, let's see how this works out, guys. Okay, awesome. Well, thanks for that. That was cool. It's our second time using Discord, and I didn't do any prior planning other than fire up Discord before I came on. So it looks like I can, as long as someone has the right link, I can get them on. So this is cool. So I want to bring on more guests on from time to time. I'm already talking about someone today, actually, someone who helped me in my early political days now, a vegan. So we might bring them on in the future. So anyway, so what is going on here? Is there a fight happening, guys? Let me know. I thought I saw some discussion that looked like there was a fight happening. Let me know what's going on, guys. If someone's trying to debunk veganism, is someone saying outrageous nonsense? If so, let me hear it. Say it to me. I want to hear your argument. If you think you have a way to debunk veganism, I don't know, Sean, is it you? Why would you suspect it's you? Were you debunking or trying to debunk veganism? If so, say it again. So you'll have my attention. Yeah, Johnny, do you let me know. Do you have do you use Discord, Johnny? Let me know, and maybe we'll have you come on a little bit too tonight. And but what should we talk about? Let me know what kind of topic. Yeah, A, do you use Discord, and B, we have a topic, Johnny? Yeah, Uncle Walton, having more guests on. Last time I had a video guest on was my debate with Kevin Bass, and I figured out how to do that using Zoom. So it seems like I'll be able to, regularly have more people on the show. That's what you're kind of watching, I think, guys. The slow evolution of the happy, healthy vegan live stream from just being me, as I used to do, just like sitting shirtless outside my running club after a run, chatting with you guys as I cooled down so I could drive home safely and hydrated, to me sitting here in the studio with a nice setup here, nice camera and microphone and everything. So, let's see. Okay, it's up to me, the topic. Let's see. I just wonder if you use Discord, Johnny. That's the technology to get voice on right now. All right, you got to go, Jordan. Awesome. Well, thanks for being here. You're in Australia, right? So cool. Let's see. I didn't hear about that, Veganese. What's that? Let's see. Don't worry, be happy. What's that? You saw a tweet which advocated for those doing a whole food plant-based diet to refer to it as an animal-free diet and not vegan. I don't like to get too caught up in those discussions and stuff, but yeah, whole food plant-based, just from those words, whole food plant-based, kind of leaves open the possibility that you're not fully eating only plants. We know what it means, but it does leave that open. If you want to be clear, I'll just say a vegan whole food plant-based diet, just to be clear that we're not allowing a little fish in or whatever. No, Peter, I haven't seen Chris's LA video. I didn't know it was out. I'll check it out. And Jerry, no, I don't really watch ASMR. Uncle Walt, cool. Yeah, I dropped my ballot in the ballot box. I got it like I put it in the box like 2-3 days later. I didn't even wait. I just looked at it. Nope, no recall. Send this off. Yeah, but I did put it in we have a local drop-off box here, but we're in a park, in an area where we do one of our walks often. So we just dropped it off in the box, did our walk, and made a little night of it. Uncle Walt, do you know, can you mail the recall ballot? Because I was just talking with my mom today, and she was under the impression that she couldn't put it into the mail. I don't have mine anymore. I forgot. Do you know, Uncle Walt? Was there a little place for like, a stamp, or was postage already paid? Let me know if she could just stick it in the mailbox. She was like complaining about how she needed, someone to drop it off somewhere. Just let me know if the anyone else too, out for that matter, in California, let me know if you still have your ballot. Can it just be placed into your home mailbox or a corner mailbox and not dropped off in a ballot box? Well, the postal service use it, pick it up and deliver it. Bond, my position on mask mandates. Actually, I just tweeted about that yesterday, so I want to make it clearer what it is. Actually, I'll send you the link to my tweet here. All right, Bond, if you want to see my position on... Where are we at here? Wrong browser. Let's see. It's a nuanced position. That's why you should just read my tweet. And if you have any questions about it after reading the tweet, Bond, feel free to ask here. But first, check out my tweet here. Okay, thanks, Uncle Walt. You can drop it in the regular mail. Don't tell my mom that. I'll tell her later. I don't want her to start. I was going to text her, but then she just might keep texting me back. So I'll just let her know she could drop it in the regular mail. She wasn't sure. I mean, I didn't have mine anymore to double check that. I told her I thought you could drop it off in the mail. It's like I've never seen a ballot where you can't, here in California, where you just can't stick it in the mail. And no postage needed. Yeah, usually that's part of the deal too, which is cool. Jerry, 3D make meat is good for us to eat. What are you talking about? I have no idea what 3D... Are you talking about fake meat? Or I have no idea. Please tell us what you're talking about there. Neymar, so here's how you're going to debunk veganism. What do you think about innocent civilians that are dying in the Middle East? There's innocent people dying in the United States every day, as a matter of fact. Is an animal life more valuable than theirs? How can you say that? So here's what I'm hearing. I hear this argument sometimes, and the argument is this. I can't go vegan because somewhere in the world there's social injustice, people are being harmed or killed, and therefore I can't go vegan here in North America or Europe or wherever you might be from. See where I'm going? It's actually, we have compassion for all sentient beings. But how does that, just because some sentient beings, some humans are being harmed somewhere in my own state, in my own city, or abroad, overseas, how does that stop me from not eating animals? I mean, how does that stop me from, why can't I just eat plants? How is that incompatible? Like, there's injustice in the world, therefore you must eat meat. That's the argument I'm hearing here. There's injustice in the world. People are innocently being killed in the United States and around the world. Therefore, you can't be vegan. See, you're missing a few steps in the logic there. I don't understand how you can connect the two. People are harmed somewhere in the world, therefore you can't be vegan. Who says vegans don't fight against social injustice? I gave donations after my political campaign was over. I had a little bit of money left over, and I made some donations to not only an animal sanctuary here in California, Sail Ranch Sanctuary. I think they got the bulk of my unspent campaign funds, but a lot of it went to social injustice causes as well. So who says that being aware of social injustice and veganism are incompatible? In fact, a lot of people think they're all part of the same spectrum of exploitation. Bond, wearing an article of clothing, putting something inside your body versus wearing an article of clothing. What's the article of clothing thing? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Yeah, I thought you were asking about mandates. My tweet was about the jab. I'm not sure. What are you saying? Putting something inside your body versus an article of clothing. I've kind of lost track of what you're talking about there. Clarify that, please. So who has had the questions of the night so far? Travis, did you just join us? I thought you've been here, haven't you? We've had a few good ones, but right now we're exploring the argument that that we can't be vegan because somewhere in the Middle East or here in the United States, innocent people are being killed sometimes. So therefore, you can't be vegan. That's what I'm hearing. So let's see. Neymar, no, but it's funny how you put more emphasis on a cow than innocent kids dying in Syria. But there's innocent kids dying here in the United States, Neymar. So again, I mean, there's plenty of people who are active in that arena of activism, but we still need people to be vegan activists as well. And I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying this is what I'm hearing from you, saying veganism is invalid because people get killed. Innocent people are getting killed unjustly. I mean, how come you just can't say, oh, you can't be innocent people are being killed unjustly. Therefore, why come the argument can't be, and therefore you should be vegan? It makes just as much sense. It's completely unconnected. Why do I put more emphasis on animals? Because it's my choice to live my life as how I please, and I made a decision to be a vegan activist. I mean, I could have, been a climate activist, and I kind of am being vegan. There's many issues. I'm also sometimes anti-racism activist, at least for the past couple of years. But my choice was to be a vegan activist. So is it an invalid choice? Do I have to do the social activism that pleases you the most? Do I need to approve of Neymar? There could be very personal reasons why I chose to be a vegan activist over any other. And then most people aren't even activists of any kind. So I don't know why I have to justify my choice of activism with someone else. It was my personal decision. Let me put it to you like this in other words. It's my free right as a free American to choose what kinds of activism I want to pursue primarily. Doesn't mean I don't have other secondary or tertiary activism causes that are near and dear to my heart that I speak out on and occasionally donate money to as well. But I made a choice a long time ago that veganism was something very close to me, very passionate about, and something I could speak out about and provide a good platform for people to help people. I probably don't have the wheelhouse of knowledge and experience to speak out about injustice in Syria. It's not an area of expertise of me. If it happens to be one for you, if you live in the area or are Syrian, then that's what the beauty of diversity is all about. You can bring your own personal strengths and experience and share those with the world. Social media, a TV channel, who knows? But this is my wheelhouse of experience here. So you're saying because terrorism is prevalent in the Middle East, I can't be a vegan activist. Do you hear what you're saying here? You're telling me I don't have the free choice to speak out against the horrors of animal agriculture. I have to speak out against the horrors that you want me to speak out on. But, how come you're not bringing up racism against Asians? I don't hear any talk about that. There's, Asians, old Asian, like old people, like in their 70s and 80s, walking down the streets of major cities on the East and West Coast here in the United States, where dumb assholes come and just violently attack them, put them in the hospital. You know, guys like in their 20s in the prime of their lives beating up little tiny old Asian people. How come you're not speaking up about that injustice? Oh, maybe because you're not an Asian American like I am. My point is, we all have the right to choose what kind of activism we want to speak out about. And we tend to speak about the ones that are most passionate and closely connected to our lives. That's why I'll speak out against Asian racism. I'll speak out against animal agriculture because I am a vegan. That does not make sense. And Peter, excellent point, Peter. Being cruel to animals is a gateway for being cruel to humans, because once you've taken away the personhood away from an animal, you can do that for a human just as easy, because animals are persons, by the way. Hey, AJ, I'm not sure if we should let Neymar keep going on here. He's just trying to say, do the activism that I want you to do. I mean, so we should all just quit vegan activism, climate activism, anti-racial activism, activism for LGBTQ causes. Quit all of that, because some people are being harmed in a region of world that we don't really have that much experience with, and we'd make horrible activists because we really don't know the issues all that well, and it's kind of not part of our experience. That's what he's saying. Stop vegan activism, all these other forms of activism, and do the kind of activism that Neymar prefers that we'd all do. And by the way, we shouldn't even be vegan anyway, because there's ills in the world. That's the argument I'm hearing. I'm trying my best to construct the argument, because you're not putting it out there, but I'm doing my job of trying to construct the implicit argument, the assumed argument in these statements. So Angry Vegan, you see, he's also against people rescuing dogs and cats because there are humans who need help. Well, I mean, there are groups dedicated to helping all sorts of humans in help, people that are financially distressed, homelessness, and there's groups that are dedicated to helping animals, like, animal shelters, rescues, and stuff like that. There's a place in the world for all of us to help. So I don't know why we have to cut off all kinds of help and just do it dedicated towards the kinds that Neymar wants to. Sounds like Neymar, and forgive me if I'm wrong, it sounds like you kind of want to be dictator. Am I wrong in making that assessment here? It sounds like you want to be dictator, a fascist dictator. In this sense, I'm not saying this in an ad hominem way. It sounds like you want to be a fascist dictator in the sense that you want to dictate what kinds of activities citizens, free or once free citizens, are allowed to pursue. You want to take their individual choice away, their individual autonomy, and replace that with your dictates of what forms of help and activism free individuals are free to pursue on their own. Is that an unfair assessment? I'm not twisting words, Neymar. You're throwing statements out here, and I'm a philosopher. You have to understand, I'm trained in philosophy. I have a degree in philosophy. I was in grad school. I'm a PhD philosophy dropout. So I'm trying to construct your argument. Philosophy is all about constructing a valid argument that leads to a true conclusion. And all I'm trying to do is take your statements and pull out the assumed argument, because when you make these claims, you are trying to argue something. You're trying to argue against veganism. You're trying to say social injustice in the world, therefore don't be a vegan activist. That is a really rough sketch of your argument here. Bond, we already talked about that, Bond. Let me show you again. We're talking like someone who eats eggs or something like that, and compared to someone who eats plants. How many animals get harmed? Well, let's look again. A number of animals killed to produce 1 million calories in 8 food categories. So if we're talking about eggs, which you said, if someone's kind of whole food plant-based but had eggs sometimes, and fish isn't on that chart. I saw you mentioned fish, so I can't speak for fish. I guess that could be mathematically modeled. I figured it'd be even more because of all the insane bycatch, the unintended fish and other marine mammal species that end up in the nets of fishing industry nets. Anyway, here, eggs. To produce 1 million calories of eggs, what is this? I'm trying to... okay, it's over 90 chickens are killed. Over 90 chickens are killed. So if we look at any plant here, grains, what are we talking about here? Like it's barely on the chart. Fruit, maybe 1.7 animals get killed in harvest. Same with grains. So yeah, comparing the number 90 to the number 1 or 1.7 is a universe of difference of the amount of harm, the numbers of animals killed to produce food. So yeah, being someone who eats eggs once in a while, well, you're going to kill way more animals when you eat your eggs here than opposed when you're having vegetables, fruits, or grains. So I think we've answered that question, Bond. Yeah, a junk food vegan doesn't cause as much harm. Just from eating eggs alone, that just takes it off the charts. Well, it's not just like palm oil is not just in vegan food, Bond. Palm oil is in all sorts of foods nowadays, so that's not a vegan issue. It's not like meat eaters. Here's my point, Bond. Meat eaters are already on this high part of the chart here. Okay, eating all these the foods at the top of the chart. In addition, they're also probably eating junk foods that have some palm oil in it too. So they're only creating more harm. They're already doing the highest part of the harm part of the chart. Then if you add palm oil in, yeah, they're creating even more harm. So I would think that just this says enough right here. And again, this is all hypothetical. We need actual quantities. If you want to do the math, the study's right here. It's not even a study. It's a paper with the mathematical models, the assumptions. So if you want to factor in palm oil, I think you can probably plug numbers into the formulas here. So you can do the math on that if you want, Bond. Right now, you're just purely speculating. And you ask what my opinion is. My opinion is based on these numbers. No, a vegan's not going to cause more harm than someone eating eggs. Even vegan eating junk food. But not all junk food has palm oil. But I guess you're trying to imagine the worst case scenario, right? As a hypothetical example, you're trying to imagine a vegan who ate pretty much a diet 100% of junk food with palm oil. Like, no one really does that, but if you want to do that just for just an experiment, a mathematical hypothetical situation, Bond, go for it, But I'm just saying that's not a practical diet. I know hundreds, if not thousands of vegans, and I don't know anyone that eats a diet almost exclusively of vegan junk foods that are high in coconut or palm oil. Bond, what is there to debate? Have you actually done any numbers, or are you just speculating here? That's what I'm saying. We need some actual numbers here, because I showed you some numbers here. I haven't seen any math yet that shows, is this your point? Are you trying to produce a hypothetical example of a vegan diet that's almost like palm oil based? Because that's really extreme. It's not a real world case. It's one that could be done as an experiment, but no one would, in their right mind, would really want to have a diet like that. Neymar, no, I asked you. I didn't put words in your mouth. I said, would it be fair to characterize your position here as some kind of fascist dictatorship? Because it appears to me that you don't want people to pursue certain kinds of activism, like vegan activism, right? You said you'd rather have people pursuing more human rights issues, international human rights issues. So that's what I'm saying. Am I understanding this? You don't want people to pursue certain kinds of activism. You would like to control what forms of activism people are allowed to choose. I'm asking you, did I hear you right? I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm asking you, on the contrary, I'm asking you, here's what I'm hearing. Could you please clarify your position if I am misunderstanding you? Very different. Again, I'm a philosopher. I'm just trying to understand your argument. I'm not trying to make a fake argument. I'm trying my best. Sincerely, I'm being completely honest here. I'm trying my best to understand what your argument is, because you're not presenting it in a logical manner. And I understand you probably weren't trained in philosophy, and that's cool. Most people aren't. I'm trying to pull the argument out of the words that you're saying. So if I misunderstand something you said, I'll phrase it to you and ask you to correct me where I'm wrong. Good point, Roku, that many of those here vegans also contribute and petition human issues too. This vegan stuff is just one of the things I do. See, like I said, I have other issues as well. They just might not be the issues that Neymar prefers. But, I don't have to do the things that Neymar prefers. And I'm sure he doesn't want me to if he's against fascism. Neymar, vegans usually lack iron. Do you have a statistic for that? Because I have to say, I don't supplement with iron, and my iron has always been super strong. If you want to talk about B12, I was vegan for 5 years before I ever saw a B12 supplement, and I only took one because I thought it'd be prudent as an example for our followers to look at. But anyway, let's look at B12 40 deficiency. Let's see. Okay, where is this now? I probably didn't Google it right. Okay. Oh, and it's from Tufts. Let me put Tufts University. No, that's not it. My bad. 1 second. Okay, this isn't the actual link to the study, but I'm sorry, I'm having trouble finding it at this particular moment. I've referenced the study actually, like dozens and dozens of times, but this says it all right here, that B12 deficiency in approximately 40% of the US population proves that it's not just a concern for vegans, it's just a human issue. Even if you're getting dietary B12 in the form of meat. And a lot of animal feed is supplemented with B12. Livestock feed is supplemented with B12. So why even eat the dead meat? Just take the supplement yourself rather than feed it to an animal that you kill and all that. But anyway, my point is, if nearly 2 out of 5 North Americans are already low or dangerously low in B12 levels, B12 is not a vegan problem. It's a human being problem now in our modern age. So don't please, this 40% of Americans here, this isn't vegans, guys. This is not like a survey done on vegans. It's done on just regular non-vegan North Americans. So my point is, don't pin B12 deficiency as a vegan problem. I've never been B12 deficient as a vegan. I told you, I went 5 years, and still before I even set foot on having a I'm sorry, I got back here. Before I even tried a vegan B12 supplement, I was not even close to deficient, not even close. It's probably years off from that. But my point is, it's not a vegan issue. If you are a human being, you should probably be taking a B12 supplement, human being on any diet, unless you know better. If you get your blood tested regularly and see that you're far from deficient, you can probably get by without a B12 supplement. What percentage of people get their blood tested that often? You know what I'm saying? That's just like a fraction of a percent of humanity, or at least North Americans. So my point is, unless you know better, which you probably don't, take a B12 supplement regardless of your diet. And the United States government says if you're over the age of 50, which I am, take a B12 supplement. They recommend it no matter what diet you're on. Just take one. So my bottom point is there, don't throw the B12 crap at me as a vegan issue. It's not. It's a human being issue now in modern times. Yeah, Peter brings up the point, why is this an issue now and it wasn't a long time ago? People think we used to get B12 from, it's a soil microorganism. So the way food's been washed, cleansed, sprayed before we ever eat it, a lot of the good stuff that we think is like dirtiness on the food, dirt and stuff, is actually contains some bioavailable nutrients. B12, one of them. So that's the problem. So please don't say vegans are deficient in B12. And as far as iron goes, like I said, I don't supplement with iron. I'm going to be vegan 11 years now. When am I going to be iron deficient? I mean, iron is in plants. So I don't see how you say vegan. I mean, if you're eating just Oreos, maybe, but if you're eating balanced plant-based diet with all different, greens, nuts, and seeds, you're going to get your iron. Hey, Race Lover, what's up? How long you been here? I didn't notice. Maybe I was yapping too long there. Well, thanks for sharing that vegan low carb, plant-based collagen booster, and seaweed. That also helps if you need it. Awesome. Oh, we have someone else saying stuff here. Let's see. We have someone else trying to debunk veganism. All right, Ron, what foods have these oxalates? Please let me know. Are you talking about like the stuff in legumes? I've done so many videos on this. This is a favorite talking point of like carnivore and keto people. And I've made many videos about this. I'm not in the mood to go to any one of my past videos to show you the studies, but this is like from Harvard School of Public Health that oxalates, these so-called anti-nutrients in plants, are pretty much completely deactivated once you heat up food. Yeah, if you eat like a raw bean, which you can't because they're hard, they're not digestible. Yeah, maybe that's an issue, but who's going to eat that? Yeah, once you've heated up and cooked these foods, that these so-called anti-nutrients are no more. I mean, if these are such a problem, you should find an abundance of a disease in those who eat a lot of legumes in their diet, like me, and you find that legumes are associated in tons of studies with longevity. So there goes that point, because your prediction, Mr. Anti-Vegan person here, is all these anti-nutrients and legumes are so horrible for you. You should see a prevalence of disease in those who consume the most legumes, and you find the opposite. You find longevity. So there throws out that argument too. So nice try debunking veganism. I commend you for coming here and thinking that you have something I've never heard ever in my life. I mean, I've been doing this since 2013, and I've seen these lame misinformation arguments, if you want to call them that, just bits of misinformation that get tossed around by the anti-vegan crowd. You can't stand oxalates. Oxalate ate my homework. Yeah, you can use that excuse there. P-Dog. That's a cool name. That's a Korean music producer. I don't think that would be that P-Dog that's here right now. Let's see. Uncle Walt. Let's see. What's that question on FAH dieting? Keep asking till Ryan sees it. I don't even know what that is. I'll scroll up to see if I can find it. FAH. Okay, there's your question. Okay, I thought it was a type of diet. That's your username. Okay, do I have any tips on how to live a more vegan lifestyle for someone who came to veganism because of diet and now sees the horror? Good for you, and that you came for a non vegan reason, an environmental reason, which is fine. What things are not vegan that I might think are other than foods? Well, the obvious ones are like clothing. Obvious thing is leather. That's the first thing. Everything like first big non-food item that pretty much every vegan thinks about or learns about right off the bat. But there's other things to keep in mind, like wool, silk even. That's something you probably don't even think about right off the bat. But let's see, what other issues are should you be concerned about? If you happen to be in the market for a new car, make sure there's not leather seats. See if you can find a brand that uses not only like vegan interiors for their seat, but actually the steering wheel too, if you want to get really hardcore. I heard in the past it was harder to find vegan fabric for steering wheels or vegan leather for the steering wheels. And shoes, pay attention to shoes, and also wines. And if you're into wine, you can go to a website called barnivore.com, just like it sounds, barnivore.com, and you can type in any a winemaker's brand and learn about which wines they have are free of cruelty, because you'd be surprised in the clarification process of wine production. Some producers use this old technique of using like some kind of bone or something like that to process it, which came from an animal. So these are some of the things to think about at first. But that's great. Veganism is a moral philosophy. It's a stance against cruelty to animals, and not everyone that comes to veganism comes with that reason. So they're not technically vegan at first. If you came for environmental reasons, awesome, because I'm strongly of the opinion, if you come for health reasons, like say you had a health scare and you learned about plant-based or vegan diets helpful, or if you're an athlete, you want to take your performance up to a next level, help with recovery times, or environmental reasons, you're fully aware of how animal agriculture is the leading cause of destroying our planet right now. So if you come for any of those other reasons other than moral reasons, I believe that the longer you stay, you start understanding the horror horrors of animal agriculture in itself, the needless slaughter of billions, tens of billions of animals annually so people can eat meat and wear leather crap. So I'm glad. I firmly believe the longer a person stays, the more information they hear, and they are because if you come for like environmental reasons, I don't think too many people are committed to stay vegan their whole lives. Once they become aware of the horrors of animal culture, then you really become vegan, because how can you like turn your back on that once you fully understand that? So thanks for asking that question. Hey, Ron Nelson, I see that Race Lever is having a great conversation with you. Thanks, Ray. So, Ron, if you have a question for me, rather than to shock the crowd here in the chat, ask it, and we'll let Ray. Hopefully, Race won't snuff it out right off the bat. But Ron, whatever your name was, Ron Nelson, if you think you have an argument to debunk veganism, throw it at me, because apparently I've missed it. So you think you probably have something really special to throw at me? So if you have it, please share it with me. And if not, you can just be quiet. Oh, Ron is already bye-bye? Ah, damn, Race. I wanted to have some fun with him. What's that? It's funny. Ryan never speaks out about the downsides he's faced because of veganism. Like most of these social media vegan frauds. What are you talking about there, vegan? Let me know exactly. You talking about like people like Ravana and stuff like that? Like, is that what you're talking about? I mean, I've made videos about them. What are you talking about that? Every time I see one of these people say, "Oh, the vegan diet almost killed me," I look at what they were doing that made them think their health was suffering, and it really pretty much has nothing to do with anything other than an extreme and restrictive form of weird dieting that they thought was going to be like really cool and trendy. So yeah, vegan, if you have a actual specific example of something I'm not doing right, let me know what it is. The downsides of being vegan. Like I said, these people that quit being vegan did silly stuff. They were like drinking urine, their own and other people's urine. That's not part of the definition of vegan. And pretty much all these people too. Tim, Ravana, Raul Lyman, that really skinny guy from Thailand. All these guys are doing like extended stints at raw veganism, not having cooked food for years. Where in the definition of veganism says thou must give up all food that has been heated? It's like they're just doing weird, wacky, extreme. They eliminated perfectly healthy groups. Like, why would you eliminate potatoes and legumes and it's nonsense. Why would you not be able to steam broccoli? Yeah, Johnny, you're right. The vegan diet is so deadly you can choke on carrots. So anyway, vegan, if you have an actual specific example for me, rather than just trying to like troll, I'd love to hear it. Yeah, Bobby's perspective. There's another. Him and Drew, both of the guys, long stints at Raw. It's like, how is that a vegan diet? How can you be a long-term raw vegan and claim that a vegan diet screwed up your health? I mean, maybe not eating cooked food and not get enough nutrients for so many years because of that extreme and restrictive diet. I can't think of any vegan medical doctor that says, yeah, vegan diet, you got to eat fully raw because that's like so awesome. Let's see, Bambi bot, you had a heart condition from being vegan? Like what? Just tell me more about that. What kind of heart condition and what caused it from being vegan? Just kind of curious. Okay, so let's see. Here's our so-called vegan friend here. Vegans lose their appetite. Only fiber reaches it? Meat doesn't. It caused decay. What are you talking about? Vegans lose their appendix. Who has lost their appendix as a vegan? I've known many of my non-vegan friends that had appendix situations that took them to the hospital. What are you talking about? Can you give me any like study that shows that vegans are at a higher risk of losing their appendix? When's it going to happen to me, Mr. Vegan? This could be my 11th year vegan. When will I lose my appendix? Please let me know. And if specifically, what about the vegan diet will make me lose my appendix? This is complete nonsense. You guys see this, what's happening here in real time. A guy's just making crap up, not based on any fact, any evidence, just throwing crap on the wall, just pulling crap out. He's taking a dump into his hand right now. That's what vegans do. He's taking a dump. He's dumping in his own hand, and he's throwing it on our wall here. He's throwing crap on the wall and seeing what sticks. He's saying vegans lose their appendix. Did Vegan Gains lose his appendix? Okay, and I'm sure that very same day that Vegan Gains was in the hospital losing his appendix, I'm sure there was a non-vegan or two there also getting their appendixes worked on. So what? I'm older than Vegan Gains by like 20 odd years. I still have my appendix. I've been vegan 11 years. I think Vegan Gains has been vegan around that same amount of time. Anyway, so what? A vegan, here's his argument. Here's the argument here. Vegan Gains lost his appendix. Therefore, vegans lose their appendix. That's it, right? Am I missing something? Is that the argument that we just saw here in real time, guys? How does he come to the conclusion that vegans lose their appendix? Because one guy on YouTube, Richard, Vegan Gains, lost his appendix. This is ridiculous. How come you don't say vegans don't lose their appendix? How do we know this? Because Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan has not lost his appendix. That argument is true, but equally as silly. Vegan Bear, you have your appendix at 55? Okay, so therefore we're thrashing his argument there. Oh gosh. Oh man. Pasta Pita. I remember you last time. You were treading on some thin water here. Can you show me studies that show fiber is harmful? How come you see so many doctors telling more of their patients to get more fiber? Where can you find me some studies that pasta is toxic somehow and causes disease? Whereas like avoiding all fiber is somehow really nutritious. It's just beneficial health-wise. I'd love to see that. And yeah, someone said that you're probably full of crap if you're not getting enough fiber. And they're saying that in a literal, loving way, not trying to say you're full of crap, but they're saying you're full of crap. Vegans live on smoothies? No, vegans don't live on smoothies. Most vegans I know don't have smoothies. You're thinking of raw fruitarians. I mean, I personally like smoothies after my workouts, but that's just after my exercise. I don't eat smoothies all day. I'm eating hearty cooked food. So yeah, you're thinking of fruitarians. And yeah, I think the fruitarian diet is not great. So there's your argument there. Vegans live on smoothies and they lose their teeth. Look at all these teeth here, bro. 55, okay? Maybe yours look better at 22 or 8 or whatever age you might be. Vegans live on smoothies, huh? Well, let's see. Let's see how many smoothies. I'm going to get a vegan cookbook here because I happen to have one. I have the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook here, our latest cookbook. And let's see how many smoothies we got here. I'm going to flip through and let me know if you see a smoothie. Because he says vegans live on smoothies, so you'd think we'd have a lot of smoothies in here. Not finding any smoothies, bro. Let's see. Nope, not seeing any smoothies. Do we see any smoothies? Vegans live on smoothies. You heard it, right? Vegans live on smoothies. Not finding any smoothies. Oh my God. Maybe vegans don't live on smoothies. Ever ponder that? See, you know what he's doing? I'll do it again. Here's what he's doing. He's taking a crap. He's pooping in his hand and he's throwing it into the chat. That's all he's doing. He's making crap up and throwing it into the chat. Yeah, Peter, you're right. Like some raw, extreme raw people, like Fully Raw Christina, live on smoothies and juices. Yeah, as I said, some people do nonsense like that. That's not vegan. That's not part of a vegan diet. There's no vegan medical professional saying thou must live on uncooked food and smoothies and juices forever. Pasta Peter, are you just asking me to time you out? The government is not pushing a vegan diet. I mean, why, if the government's pushing a vegan diet, why are they still subsidizing the meat and dairy industries with our taxpayer monies? Why did they take our taxpayer monies and give money to entities known as the Dairy Board, the Egg Board, which uses our taxpayer money to fund advertisements, marketing of meat and dairy products, egg products, so that there's increased consumption of them? Wouldn't that work against this agenda of making people vegan? Like, where on the United States government website to say, hey guys, let's try to get everyone to go vegan? This is, again, pooping in your hand. You just took a poop and you're throwing it on the wall. There's like no evidence whatsoever that the United States government, or any government that I could think of, is actively trying to make their public go vegan and pushing a malnourishing diet. Malnourished diet, Pasta Pita. Where's your proof that vegan diets are malnourishing? Because I probably showed you last time, the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics, and then we're gonna block you because I'm just tired of going over this crap again. This is the position paper of the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics, one of the largest groups of health professionals in the world, and they said that appropriately planned, not just drinking juice and smoothies, are appropriately planned vegan diets are healthful and, here, nutritionally adequate. So if you have some kind of study from a major health organization or any kind of study showing that vegan diets are not nutritionally adequate, show me the title and I'll find it, because this is based on over 110 references, research papers, peer-reviewed studies to arrive at this conclusion. This isn't them pooping in their hand and throwing it on the wall like you're doing. And then tell me, guys, should I just block this person? They came the other night and did the same crap of crapping all over. Yeah, Sage, they're just spouting all the tired anti-vegan talking points. All right, and then we're going to block this vegan guy too. The majority of stuff vegans eat is not properly absorbed. This is the poop coming out of his butthole, and now he's throwing it on the wall. Fiber is just crapped out. Meat is more nutrient. Okay, again, then how is this position arrived? If you say we're not absorbing nutrition when we eat, I should be dead for one, right? Because I'm 54 years old, 11 years vegan almost. How is it that appropriately planned vegan diets are healthful and nutritionally adequate? So again, if you can find me some kind of position paper from a major health organization, not like a carnivore blog or something like that, studies that show vegan diets are not nutritionally adequate, I'd love to see it, but you're not, because vegan diets are nutritionally adequate. So I've had enough with these guys. See, I just want everyone to see. I'm putting these guys here on display. They're just making crap up, just making crap up. There's no evidence for any of these claims. And actually, if you look at what evidence is out there, it disproves all this nonsense here. They're just making crap up, though. But keep making crap up, but we're going to move on. Hey, all you anti-vegan guys out there, too. Tell me why I'm not dead yet and why I have great blood tests. I'll give you links to my blood test page here. Let's see. Happy Healthy Vegan. There's Joe Rogan. Let's find blood. Here, if you want to watch my blood test videos, and how many people on low carb and carnivore diets put their blood test videos up for all to see? And I've been doing this since 2013, putting my blood tests up about every 12 to 18 months. So I just put a link down in the show chat there in the live chat, so you can watch my blood test videos. I'm very transparent. How I'm not nutritionally deficient or anything like that. So explain to me how, A, I'm not dead, B, how my blood tests are better than most people my age, better than most people half my age, and I'm vegan. I should be dead. I should have no nutrition after nearly 11 years of meatless, cheeseless, fishless, eggless diet. So let me know, how am I just lucky? I'm gonna pass out really soon. I just have them running on the last fumes of meat or something like that. Let me know. Please explain what's going on with me. I have no idea how I'm doing it, huh? Bambi, a good question. I personally have never met a person who couldn't go vegan. I've heard lots of excuses. I can't go vegan because of my family. I can't go vegan because of my ancestors. Like, my culture has meat in it. All our cultures have meat in it. There's no blood type or anything like that that prevents one from going vegan. There's no ethnicity that prevents someone from going vegan. Perhaps I'm allowing the possibility. Maybe there's some really rare disease that affects like 0.00001% of the population. A disease I've never heard of, a disease that has no name. Maybe there's something like that, but I mean, it's such a, like, something I've never even heard of. So barring some bizarre situation that might affect like 1 out of a billion trillion people, some silly thing like that, yeah, everyone can go vegan. All it is eating plants. It's not like people weren't vegan before. I mean, we're already eating plants before we were vegan, right? We're just eating more plants now. It's not like landing on Mars or anything like that. Just eating more plants than you were before. Okay, Jesse, so you have a rare blood type that supposedly does well with dairy. Like to hear more about that. So we have another troll here now. J.A. What is J.A. saying? Oh, this person about raw milk. Are you saying you feel good on raw milk? Awesome. Good for you. I'm happy for you. You know, I'm not one to say you suck or something like that. The thing is, you don't need to drink milk. It's not like some essential food or nutrient. Or else I'd be dead right now. I haven't had any dairy in nearly 11 years. So the point is, milk, dairy is inherently a cruel industry where animals are exploited, animals are killed. It's why have dairy for when you don't need to have dairy? That's the whole point about dairy. It's needless. It's not an essential nutrient. You'll be fine without the nutrients in dairy, or else, like I said, my blood test should suck. I should be nearly dead. You're calling me insane? What do you mean the best nutrient? How come I have great blood health tests? How come I'm so athletic at the age of 54? I mean, have you seen my blood tests? I mean, my doctors are astounded that a person my age has, like, the blood tests that I keep producing year after year. So what do you mean? Am I insane? No, you're the one that's insane. You're the one that thinks it's totally cool to needlessly harm, kill, torture, exploit cows and calves, baby cows, just so you can have this milk that's absolutely unnecessary for you. That's insane. I'm the one that has the rational approach saying, hey, animal products are completely unnecessary. My blood tests back it up. My athleticism backs it up. So what is your point? How am I insane for not intentionally choosing to needlessly harm animals, adult and barely born ones, and so I can get a nutrient that I don't need? Can you explain that? How am I the insane one for choosing to avoid cruelty while simultaneously possessing excellent health as measured objectively by blood tests and athleticism? Please explain how I'm the insane one. I think the insanity is you believing you're so freaking special and entitled to exploit and harm animals so you can drink milk and think it's so great for you, like you'll die without it, and that's just completely, you're deluded. If that's not insanity, that's more insanity than me not harming animals and being very healthy. So please explain how I'm the screwed up one here. And you got to remember too, like, the majority of humans on planet Earth are lactose intolerant. It actually doesn't work out all that well for them. Bonnie, yeah, Keanu Reeves. We're kind of like, 3/4 Asian kind of thing going on here. Similar age. I'm a few years younger than Keanu. Yep, Sage, animals are not items. They're not items that you exploit for human use and profit. They are sentient beings, just like you and me. And if you have pets, same thing. They're sentient beings. They want to live. They weren't put here on Earth for humans to exploit and kill. J.A., how are animals items? Please give your justification how you are so special and privileged and entitled that you are the owner of animals. You can exploit them as you want to. You can do with the animals as you please. What gives you the moral justification to treat a fellow sentient being on this planet as an item that you can do with as you please? Please give me the moral justification for that. I'll be listening. If you talk about anything else, I'm going to shut your ass up and ban you. So I want you to answer my question directly. What gives you the justification to treat animals as objects to be exploited and used for your benefit? What gives you the moral justification to take the lives of sentient beings needlessly so you can get some crap milk? I hear you, Veganese. Yep, that's a common story. Yep, I said that, Catherine. You know, most humans on this planet are lactose intolerant. So it shows you it's not a food that humans need, because it makes most humans react negatively health-wise. So let's see what J.A. says here about the moral justification to needlessly harm, exploit, and kill animals to consume a beverage that most humans on this planet react to negatively because they're lactose intolerant. So please tell me why we should do all this harm and killing to produce a beverage that we don't need, that actually most people can't drink all that well. Tell me how, and I'm the insane one. She said, he or she said, am I insane? So shall we wait here a second or two? We've been waiting a long time, huh? I want to hear the moral justification for why you have the right to harm and kill a sentient being for a beverage you don't need. Because you don't need it. If you needed it, I should be dead right now. I should have horrible blood tests. I should fall apart when I go to the gym. Still waiting, huh? Still waiting for that that moral justification for exploiting animals for dairy. Waiting for it. Exploiting sentient beings, animals as sentient beings for a needless dairy product. I don't know who's, vegan, low carb. I don't know who's suggesting that vegans should eat fish. That's watch Seaspiracy if you want to see all the cruelty and horrors of the fishing industry. Okay, well, here's the justification. Finally saw. We can do what we want, and we always will. Okay, J.A., so say I want to harm your brother, right? I want to. Let's say I want to harm your brother or a sibling. I don't know if you have a brother, sister. Say I want to harm one of your siblings. I can do that, right? If I want to do it. So you're saying the desire to do something, an action, makes that action morally correct. That's your argument. We can do what we want and we always will. So if I want to hit your brother with a baseball bat on the head, if I want to do that, I will do that because that's it. We can do what we want. That's your line there. These are your words. We can do what we want. Do you guys all see that there? We can do what we want. We always will. So if I want to do something, that gives me the moral right to do it. You guys see where that leads to, huh? Say I want to murder someone. I want to do it. I don't want to, but say I wanted to. That gives you a moral right to kill someone. Yeah. So should we ban this person now? Because basically this person is making an argument that justifies rape and murder, not only of animals, but of human beings as well, right? Hey, I want to steal my neighbor's car. I want to light his house on fire. I want to do it. Any horrible action you want to do is totally fine, just because you want to do it. Yeah, All right, JA, you're gone. Race, can you guys just get rid of JA? I think we're done with that. That's their reasoning. We can do what we want. You know, whatever you want to do. Want to light a forest on fire in the middle of summer? I want to do it. That's what he's saying. Anything you want to do. Which is the wanting itself is the moral justification. We've always done it. We always do what we want. Yeah, I'm not wasting more time. So yeah, please ban JA. Yeah, JA wants you to harm his family. Lol, complete idiot. Sad for his family. They must be so proud. Okay, what's this guy should tell me here? Hillbilly, do you have an argument, or are you a bot just throwing out unrelated talking points from the meat and dairy industries? If you have an argument, I'll hear it. But you're just right now, I just see like a bot throwing out talking points. There's no argument for me to even pull out of that. I'm just throwing crap out there. Is he trying to do the combine harvester argument? Is that it? Wheelie? That was when Angie and I made the top 5 worst arguments against veganism. Yeah, the combine harvester argument, as we have named it, is one of them. So maybe we're hearing the combine harvester argument. Is that what you really want to get into, the combine harvester argument? Because we can. Each of those are true. Let's see. Most animals initially killed are killed to protect vegetables. All right. Well, let's. If you said all those are true, let's look at that first one here. All right, Hillbilly. All right. So actually, there's been a mathematical model done to calculate here the number of animals killed to produce 1 million calories in 8 food categories. So if this is not a study per se, it is a paper that shows the mathematical models they used, the assumptions used in these models, how these numbers were arrived at. So if you feel that you can improve this model somehow, or you think it's an error, feel free and show me what you've done here. But let's just look at it quickly here. Look at up top here, the number of animals killed by slaughter and harvest. So the red is slaughter and the gold is harvest. So look at here, chickens. About 250 chickens, for chicken, 250 animals are slaughtered in the combined harvest and the slaughter of the chickens. 250 eggs, because you think that chickens still live, right? You're not killing the chicken necessarily. Still over what is it, 90 roughly here. But let's look down here. Vegetables. 0 in slaughter, and in the harvest, if I can mouse over that, 2.5. Fruits, even less. 0 in the slaughter, obviously, and 1.73. Grains are even the best, 1.6. So roughly, 1.5 or so, 1.5 to 2, compared to 250 or nearly 100. So your assertion there that producing plants somehow magically kills more animals than killing animals does makes no sense. Well, there's actual numbers here to substantiate what I'm saying here is true. And then what you're saying here is not only off by a little, it's off by an enormous amount here. This is just crazy difference here. So nice try. Thanks for playing. Thanks for trying to debunk. This isn't even veganism. This is just like, we're talking about something else entirely here, but yeah, just showing you that you're completely 100% wrong here. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to there, race liver. Yeah, vegetarians still eat animal products. Vegans eat 0 animal products. Critical perspective, you probably just came here. If we were talking about anti-nutrients, we were talking about how anti-nutrients, yeah, that might be true if you're eating, like, say, an uncooked legume. I've made countless videos on this. This is a favorite talking point of low carbers and carnivore people, anti-vegans. You can watch one of my many videos where I've debunked this notion. I pull out a paper from Harvard School of Public Health. It says basically if you cook your food, like your beans, you heat them up, you cook them, and these so-called anti-nutrients have been deactivated. So it's a moot point. Yeah, if you eat an uncooked hard bean, you might have a point. Hey Peter, thanks so much for the super chat tip there. I forgot we haven't had one for a little bit. So yeah, if you want to donate to our pizza fund, that would be awesome. Thank you, Peter. All right, Hillbilly. What should we do, Ray? Should we just ban Hillbilly? I showed him his. He said all the things he said were true. He had 3 sentences. He said all those statements were true, and I showed that his first one was not only untrue by a little bit. It's untrue by a whole hell of a lot. So are we done dealing with Hillbilly here? Critical perspective. You're trying to debunk veganism. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, like digestive biology. Veganism is not a definition of biology. Here's the definition, a well-accepted definition of veganism. It's not the only one, but this is one that gets cited because the vegan society's been around since the 1940s. In case you're not aware what veganism is, it's not about biology or ecology, saving the planet, even though it's actually great for all that if you want it to be. But it's a philosophy, a way of living, which seeks to exclude as far as practicable and possible all forms of exploitation and cruelty to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. So that's what it is. It's a moral stance against exploiting animals. So if you want to go off on some ecology stuff, cool, awesome, I commend you for it. But actually, veganism is actually really good for ecology. But if you want to debunk veganism, this is what it is. This has nothing to do with the crap you're talking about. Veganase. I'm not sure what you said. The Streamlabs bot may have just timed you out. So my apologies. You probably said something fine, but the bot tripped out. Humans are not meant to be living on plants. Okay, you can do this ancestors argument kind of thing, but here's the thing. How come I'm not dead yet? I'll be 11 years vegan in about another month or so. I should be dead, right? If I'm eating food that the human body wasn't designed for, plants, I should have some serious health consequences. And if you want to, let me put the link here to my blood test videos. You've probably never seen anyone on YouTube put such an extensive history of their blood test results here. I've been vegan since 2013. I'm sorry, vegan since 2010, started my channel in 2013. I got my first blood test as a vegan in 2012, and my most recent one just a few months ago. They're all up here for you to see. So I will link this here for you to see that, when's it all going to kick in? Some horrible awful health effects of eating just plants. I play basketball, I work out every day, I'm doing just fine. So when are these horrible things going to happen to me? A 54-year-old vegan who's been vegan almost 11 years, great blood work that almost anyone my age would be envious for. Think about it. I should be worse than an average 54-year-old man, but my blood results are much better than an average 54-year-old's man are. How do I know this? Because that's what my doctors have told me. So please tell me, when is this all going to fall apart? Okay, so you're saying we shouldn't be vegans because we can't study past cultures who were vegan. And again, it doesn't matter if there were past cultures or not. What matters is how does a exclusively plant-based diet affect people now, and can it be measured? So you're just making crap up. Let me, again, debunk my blood tests, but I'm just a case study of one. Maybe I'm a genetic freak, right? But, Angie, my wife, is genetically different from me, and she's doing fine too. But here, I will show you the official position paper. Keep showing the same crap over and over again. This is the official position paper of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, the largest group of health professionals in the United States. And this is not just them making crap up. This is after reviewing the scientific literature. This is just the abstract. You can find the entire paper. It's really long. It has over 110 references linking to peer-reviewed studies. And here's what they concluded here. That appropriately planned vegetarian, including vegan diets, and here are the key words, are healthful and nutritionally adequate for all people in all stages of life. So you're wrong. Here is the largest. If you can find me a group of large group of health professionals, not like a carnivore YouTuber or TikToker, credible peer-reviewed science saying that vegan diets are not nutritionally adequate, let's have a look at it, but you're not going to find it. So again, you're just making crap up, that vegan diets are not. Oh, I want to point out too, you said they're not nutritionally adequate for kids. No, right here, these diets are appropriate for all stages of life cycle, including, look at here, childhood, infancy, childhood, adolescence. So you're full of it right here. It says right here, these appropriately planned vegan diets are nutritionally adequate for children. So again, you're just making crap up. So you want to try something else, Mr. Critical Perspective? Who cares optimal? Who cares? Who knows what the optimal human diet? That's just a matter of debate. Optimal means the best. And there's all sorts of debate as what's the best. All we're saying nutritionally adequate. You said that these diets were not nutritionally sufficient for children. And the research says otherwise. It says nutritionally adequate, which means, let's look what adequate means. It means you get the nutrients that you need. Maybe there's a diet that could, there's no such thing as a vegan diet too. There's many ways to eat plants, and different plants have different nutrients. But my point is, if you have a appropriately planned vegan diet, you will get the nutrients that you need to live and function and be healthy. And this article doesn't say just to get by. It says this is also for athletes here too. People, pushing their bodies harder than an average person, like professional athletes. So again, you're just pushing the goalposts further and further back. Critical perspective. You don't know what the most optimal diet in the world is, honestly, and there's no such thing as a vegan diet. The way I eat vegan food might be different from the way everyone else in this chat right now does a vegan diet. I might have a super nutritionally packed one, while someone else might just be eating French fries and Oreos. That would technically be a vegan diet, but one of the two diets is way healthier. So you're being really presumptive to assume that your diet is nutritionally better than mine. You don't even know that. You're just assuming that. Again, look at my blood tests. Look at my athleticism. If my diet were not nutritionally adequate and sucked, I should be really sick, on death's door. I should be dead. So I'm saying you're just assuming somehow that your diet is better than mine as far as nutritional content goes. So enough of critical perspective. He's just going to keep pushing the goalposts further. How do you know what's optimal? No one knows what the optimal diet is, even within veganism. What's the optimal way of being vegan? That's just you know what optimal is? I hate when I hear that word because there's no answer. No one knows what the optimal diet is, what the optimal food every person should eat at every meal, day in and day out. It's just a jack-off thing. Just people trying to, mine is better than yours. There's no answer to what's the optimal diet. All we know is some diets are nutritionally sufficient and some are not. And a vegan diet is definitely in the appropriate plan one, is nutritionally sufficient. So I moved on from critical perspective. Okay, now he's bagging on the Freemasons here. I have no connection to Freemasons, but now I'm just seeing just nonsense. You can't trust some vegans because they might be connected to Freemasons. Critical perspective, you're just spouting complete conspiracy theory nonsense the whole time. I put him in timeout. And Race Lover, thanks for pointing out to whoever doesn't know, insects are sentient beings. So why the hell would you want to eat insects? Because it's absolutely unnecessary. My argument? I should be dead. I've had no insects, no animal products for nearly 11 years now, and I'm old. I'm 54. I should be falling apart instead of thriving. So yeah, you don't need insects. Yep, another idiot gone. You got it. Race, he won't be able to answer. I put him in timeout for 5 minutes to let him think about this. If he wants to come back with a valid argument, I'll hear it, but just throwing crap on the wall. He's doing what everyone else doing, just crapping, throwing on the wall. Vegan diets don't have enough nutrients. I go, yeah, it says right here. But first of all, where was your study that says vegan diets have not enough nutrients? He didn't claim. I asked him, do you have any studies? If so, let me know. He didn't say he had any. So I showed him one that proved the opposite. Then he's pushing the goalposts further back saying, but didn't say it was optimal. What is optimal? Like, where are you going to find any like study that says this is the optimal human diet? You're not. That's just a matter of debate. Hey, good for you there, FAH dieting. Awesome. IQ man. Hey, whatever, bro. If you're gonna be sitting here promoting raw milk, don't, or just giving you a warning. But yeah, I've been vegan 11 years. Isn't that roughly the time veganism got popular? I don't know. You tell me. I just went vegan for personal reasons, and it got more and more popular the longer I stayed vegan. I didn't get into it for trendy reasons. I got into very personal reasons. I felt it was absolutely morally wrong and just sociopathically hideous for people to intentionally choose to consume animal products, killing animals on a daily basis when it was absolutely needless. You just eat plants, healthy whole food plants, or even some junk food plants if you want, whatever, and be fine. So that was my reason. It had nothing to do with being cool or popular. I didn't know vegans back then. I wasn't making a decision that was going to benefit my life or anything at the time. A troll whacking button. That's what race lever is for, right? Yeah, natural health remedy. I've done a few videos responding to some nonsense that Ken Berry's done. Said. I can't remember the exact issues right now, but when he was just talking smack on vegans before, and it just showed that what he's saying is complete nonsense, like what the trolls are saying here in the comments. Just complete nonsense. Pooping in their hands, thrown on the wall, no facts, no evidence to back it up, And are you starting to see a pattern with people debunking veganism? They poop in their hands, they pick it up, and they throw it on the wall. It could be on the wall of our chat, it could be a dumb video from like Ken Berry, but there's no evidence saying all these horrible things about veganism or a whole food plant-based diet. Oh, cool. I got 100, let's see, likes. So 99 likes. Yeah, one more like and I'll have 100 likes. So that's pretty rare. I usually don't look at the likes in the live stream, but I don't think I usually get 100 likes. That'd be awesome. You like that little visual? That's it. That's what all the trolls and anti-vegans do. They don't have anything. They just throw crap on the wall. They poop in their hands, they pick it up, and they throw it on the wall. That's all they got. That's the anti-vegan playbook. Pooping and throwing it on the wall. Yeah, that's right, Race Lever. That Ken Berry video I did last time. Yeah, he was blaming like vegan diets and plants on gallbladders or something like that. Yeah, I forgot. It was like a year and a half ago when I did that last video. I did another one a couple years before that too. I forgot what it was. Maybe carbohydrates do all these horrible things too. Really, thanks for pointing that out. Me Comunidad, 3 bans, 3 dislikes. Coincidence? I don't know, huh? Maybe. Yeah, that's it. It's a troll wall poop, huh? Oh, cool. 106 likes now. Awesome. All right, so I've been on a long time, guys. I didn't think it was going to be on this long today. I just thought I'd pop on for a little bit. But, this discussion's been interesting. It's cool having Peter on earlier on Discord. And then I guess the trolls got me a little excited, I guess. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. But I enjoy making them look like stupid idiots that throw poop on the wall, because that's really what they are. And I'm saying that in a really objective way. I'm not like trying to like speak badly, at least not much. I'm just really stating the truth. They're just idiots that just poop in the hands and throw in the wall. Because I say that idiots because I say that in the sense that if you had an actual argument, you would state it. If you had actual information that was supported by real evidence that exists in this world, you would share it. But instead you come here and make these outrageous claims, and then you have nothing to support that, and I have to make you look like a foolish fool. Foolish fool. I guess maybe they'll call me an idiot for being redundant there. But anyway, very clever. I still have to clear that with Uncle Walt first. Jesse, what is my reasoning perspective? I don't understand that question. Sean, you like to give it a bit of style when you toss a turd, huh? Let's see. Oh, here we go now. Critical perspective. I gave you 5 minutes to come back and be cool, and this is what you give back. Why don't you explain which Freemason you're working for? Happy, healthy vegan. Be cautious, people. Okay, you heard it here first, guys. I'm really working for the Freemasons. To be completely honest with you, I don't know any Freemasons of any kind. Nothing. I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. See, here's what he did again. Critical perspective, which is such a misnomer because you're not critical. You just make crap up. You should change your name to poop in the hand. You put it in your hand and you throw it in the wall. Now I'm a Freemason because I put you in timeout when you called the Esselstyns Freemasons. I just put you in timeout because I was had it up to here with your nonsense, and now you're getting into weird conspiracy theories. So I'm a Freemason. You heard it here first, even though I've never communicated with Freemasons, at least as far as I know. Nothing of the sort. That's like, what are they doing? Are they paying me money or something? Like, I'm missing out. Are you saying other vegan channels are in the pockets of big Freemason? Maybe I need to check that out because I'm just barely scraping by here. So that's awesome. If that's your way to debunk me, or veganism is by saying, hey, happy, healthy vegan is in the hands or the pockets of big Freemason, whatever that is, you're just completely full of crap and delusional. No, 100%. I'm not a Freemason. I'm not paid by Freemasons. I don't communicate with Freemasons. They don't communicate with me. I have no connection to Freemasons other than in the 1990s. I went to a few raves that were held in, I believe, Freemason temples, but we weren't there to worship. We were there to get drunk or high or whatever and dance to music late night. That was it. They just rented their space out for the ravers, the underground rave scene. That's my only connection to Freemasonism as far as being in a Freemason property. So if that makes me a Freemason, being high or drunk at a rave 20 years ago, yep, that's it. Okay, yeah, I'll admit I'm a lizard man though, right? I'm a lizard man. Look at me, I'm a lizard man. I'm not a Freemason, but I'm a lizard man. Just kidding. In case anyone takes me seriously, I'm not a lizard man. In case you were wondering. I'm with you, Middle Earthling. Thanks to all the anti-vegans for providing great entertainment today. Did Travis do some trolling now too? That's a good one. You can't make Oreos on Mars, so I can't be vegan. Has actually more logic. Sadly, Travis, that statement you made there has more logic than pretty much every attempt at an argument that these anti-vegans have made. So that says a lot, that your absurd statement there actually has some form of logical structure, a premise and a conclusion that follows from it, even though the premises are all nuts. But yeah, actually you did better than the anti-vegan. So you had actually too much logic there, Travis, too much of a valid argument, even though it's, the form of a valid argument. Oh God. You guys are having fun too. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the trolls tonight. So you heard it here first. I've been accused of being a Freemason, or maybe I went to a Masonic. It was a Masonic temple. Is that the same thing as Freemasons? I guess it is. Yeah, I guess the water makes me a Freemason, huh, Uncle Walt? Okay, here we go. More from our Freemason friend here. You're providing entertainment for us. I'm getting a kick out of you too. YouTube has shadow ban. What does a shadow ban even mean? Either they block your channel or they don't. How do they shadow ban a channel? Sounds like a conspiracy theory thing. Huh? Ban all my channels because maybe you spout complete nonsense. If what you're saying here is indicative of how you are on your channels, maybe because you're just spreading misinformation. But they shadow banned all your channels because these Freemasons are pushing their shill nutrition information. I've been studying nutrition longer than all these shill Freemasons. Well, okay, it's true. Maybe you've been studying nutrition longer than any person on this planet. Awesome. Congratulate. Maybe I'll send you a little sticker to put on your trophy or something like that. That's cool. But this is complete nonsense. Now, YouTube is Freemasons as well. So I'm a Freemason. YouTube is a Freemason. And how come my channel's not more popular? If I was doing what they wanted me to, how come my videos usually get maybe 3,000 to 6,000 views as opposed to 10,000 or 100,000 views. It seems like if YouTube really liked my Freemason agenda, that algorithm would love my ass and just promote my videos because I'd be promoting the Freemason agenda. But now we're scraping by on low views. So nice try there. But anyway, someone is a little diluted, huh, Herb? Uncle Walt, I guess I should do that. It's about that time of the live stream where I'll give a certain anti-vegan channel known as VD. I don't want to say her whole freaking name of her channel, but I'm going to give her one of those lizard-looking photos because what she does, she just finds me talking, hey guys, I went, blah, blah, blah. She'll hit pause and look like this and then make a whole video about why I look like this. So I like to give her food for fodder, if you will. So she doesn't have to spend her time pausing a video. I'll give her a horrible looking image and she can make up a story about how the vegan diet is so horrible that it ended up deforming my body and face to look like this. And she'll make a whole story. So you ready, VD? Get ready. At 2 minutes, 2 hours, 45 minutes, and about 2 hours, 45 minutes, 30 seconds in. Here we go. There you go. So VD, make a video, be creative. You know, I'm going to judge you on how creative you get on your fantastic pooping in your hand, throwing on the wall explanation of how a vegan diet made me look like. Okay, that'll be awesome. Jesse, have you ever been to the Bohemian Grove? Where's the Bohemian Grove at? Yep, I had another vitamin deficient Caesar. I just thought it'd be the time of the evening where I give VD, you know, some video making opportunities. All right, here we get going. Critical perspective. This is probably why your channel's got shadow banned, whatever that means. It doesn't matter. The evil won't last forever. Humans will stop the devil's job. Vegans, enjoy your fame and attention while it lasts. Christ is coming to nourish us. I mean, fame, I tell you, I get like maybe some of our videos get like only like 2,000 views. So we talk about the fame, like, you know, the fame of getting like 3,000-4,000 views on a video. You're just delusional. I'm not saying I don't appreciate and have gratitude for the views we get, but we're not a famous channel. Whenever you met someone, oh, he's a famous YouTuber, he gets about like, you know, 4,000-5,000 views a video, you know, like 6,000, 10,000 when he's really lucky. You know, that's not fame or anything like that. And evil. The devil's job. So apparently eating plants is the devil's job. I wasn't aware of that. By eliminating death, exploitation, and cruelty from my diet, that somehow I'm doing the devil's job here, or at least by my promoting the eliminating of cruelty from my food, that I'm doing the devil's job. So I've learned something else here too. So that's cool. So again, pooping, that's what you're doing here, guy. You're pooping in your hand, and you're picking it up, and you're throwing it on the wall. Just more crap. That's funny, Sage. How many guys have done this tonight? Just pooped in their hand, picked it up, and threw it on the wall. I mean, that's all we're seeing. Just bunch of poop throwing. Nothing. The only great anti-vegan argument was from Travis, and he was joking. Let's see. Peter, thanks for the super chat tip there. Have I ever been to Sugar Taco in LA? Vegan Zombie went there with Happiest Vegan on Earth. Oh, I think they have a little connection there, huh? No, I've never been there. Really spicy taco made with ghost peppers. Wait, Sugar Taco. Wait, is that the okay, we made a video in mid-July when I got my haircut in Koreatown and we drove over to the Fairfax district. I forgot the name of that taco place. I don't think it was called Sugar Taco, but it was like, yeah, I don't think unless it was that one, I've probably not been to Sugar Taco. Let's see, Bohemian Grove is in Northern California, but then someone said it had something to do with elites, the global elite, so I'm totally confused. Whatever it is, I don't know what it is. I've not been there. But yeah, I need to go, and I'm going to get a haircut again. I think I'm going to go back to that same place there in Koreatown. And We might go eat at that Monty's Burger place out there next time. Check that out. That's right by where I got my hair cut at. But yeah, it's getting a little longer. Maybe a few more weeks I'll go back out there and do it again. Ryan's playing stupid. What am I doing? What am I playing stupid? I didn't see what the either or Ryan is playing stupid. What's that, Johnny? I'm wondering if vegans are satanic according to religious anti-vegans. According to that guy, I'm anti-vegan. Let's see. Critical perspective. He posted a comment and it got held up here. So, I posted over 100 videos and not a single view because these clown vegans flag all my videos. It's a shame you spend your whole life dedicated to helping people and the shills want you to... What are you is this a threat? Is that a threat, guys? Should I report this? Is he talking about wanting to kill us or something like that? Let me know if we need to report him to YouTube as a violent person. We don't want you dead or anything like that. I've never flagged... I don't watch anti-vegan videos, so I don't know what your trouble is there. I don't spend time watching hate. I don't spend time watching complete nonsense and misinformation. Oh, he's talking about yourself. You're talking about yourself. It's a shame you spend your whole life dedicated to helping people, and the shills want you dead. I don't want you dead, Colonel. I'm actually entertained by you this evening, so I'm not going to report you as a threat. I think you're talking about yourself, and that's cool. I mean, that you spend your whole life dedicated to helping people, but you've come here and not helped a single person other than to laugh a little bit. I don't take pride if that makes you hurt or anything like that, but you're just coming here, again, pooping in your hand, making up some crap and throwing it on the wall and not having any evidence. And now I'm a Freemason, so I really don't have too much sympathy for you because you're just throwing this stuff at how I'm evil and a Freemason and I'm none of the above. So, and I think Jordan may have summed it up there, why you get into trouble there. I'm not going to say it, but I can't say I disagree too strongly with what Jordan just said there in the comments. You're displaying a large degree of like mental instability. Again, I'm not saying this in an ableist way. I'm just stating what I'm observing here with my own eyes, and I think other people are seeing it too. So maybe bro, instead of attacking other people and projecting and stuff like that, just do some inner work and figure out like what's not working as far as your communication style, your social media style and presentation. If you really think you have good information, share. Maybe you can do it in a way that doesn't come off as so extreme and kind of out there, So just some advice here from a not famous YouTube person here. Yeah, why Sage? I mean, it's a peaceful movement. So why would they think, these anti-vegans think that we want to harm, have malicious intent? All right, we've had enough of him. Race, can you just block critical perspective? I know he's going to say we're part of the shill Masons and all that stuff, but Race, I'm just done with him now. Just not to say what he said there was the worst thing he said, but it just shows you how this is gonna go. Well, he did get that right. He finally got something right before we banned him here. Yeah, vegans want to remove eating animals. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Vegans believe that it's morally wrong to harm sentient beings. It's morally wrong to harm, exploit, kill, murder, torture animals when there's plants you can eat instead. So yeah, you got that right. Yeah, we want people to stop eating animals because we're killing our planet, destroying ecosystems, running out of water needlessly, so people can have a freaking hamburger and not think about the consequences that went into producing that, the environmental consequences, the 80 billion animals that get killed annually. So yeah, we kind of do want people to not eat meat anymore. Yeah. But I'm not trying to impose a law. I'm not a politician or anything like that. How do I accomplish my goal? By talking to people. Sharing truth. I'm not like, brainwashing anyone. I'm just showing people the actual information and distinguishing fact from pooping in your hand, picking it up, and throwing it on a wall, which we're seeing from the anti-vegans. Natalie, maybe so, but it's not a full moon. I just saw it. It's like maybe a quarter moon at best. Maybe it's Sunday. I usually don't live stream on Sundays. Maybe these folks, these challenged folks, are doing something else on Friday, and they're more free on Sunday. So I don't know. I guess I could use a hug, maybe, Sean. I don't know. So yeah, 5 minutes of guitar shredding. Let's see. I'll play something I was working on here. I don't know if it's shredding. All right, that's that. I can really play guitar. It's not all here just for show or anything like that, or fake props or anything like that. I really can play guitar. And that was with zero warm-up too, I must add. I usually warm up a while before I start going into like jazzy chords and stuff like that, just kind of get the fingers warmed up. So that's me completely cold. It's like putting me on a basketball court and ask me to start playing, that was it. AJ, yeah, Friday. We still saved the pizza money because I tell you we're still having issues with our garage door opening. Fingers crossed, the repair person's coming tomorrow to install a new one. Hopefully that's going to solve it. So we said we decided to not deal with the getting in and out of the house aspect because it's a pain in the ass. We really had to weigh it out. So yeah, well maybe and actually the car's locked away tonight too. I'm just gonna wait till the guys come tomorrow to fix it. So no pizza until maybe tomorrow night. So maybe we'll have a delayed pizza party tomorrow night. Cool. I'm glad you guys like the groove there. But yeah, I've been dealing with garage opener hell. It's been bad. It's been acting up for about 3-4 weeks, and starting like Tuesday night, it really took a turn for the worse, and I've been ever since Wednesday. That's why I haven't been making much videos too, guys. I've just been dealing with calling people and getting stuff, buying stuff to get this fixed. I just wish I could have snapped my fingers and had it fixed like that. Yeah, I couldn't find anyone to come race, and it's an older unit. It's I think from 2005. So I thought, okay, I'll just get a new one anyway, because it's like on its last legs, and new ones have battery backup power, so when the power goes out, you can still get out. You can use like your phone to open it in case you want to go ride your bike and not bring the clunky remote along. So I saw some advantage of trying a new one out, so hopefully that'll fix it. And it wasn't too expensive either. I got lucky. Yeah, I still got our bikes, so this will be cool. So when we start riding again, just riding more again, just, I always sucked having to bring a garage door opener, but now I can just use an app and open it up. Who wants to be haunted? Where did that come from? Natasha, yes, I talked to and listened to a few, or quite a few health professionals, doctors, vegan ones as well, medical doctors, and yes, I did. Life is mostly luck. Yeah, there's a lot of luck element in life. I completely agree. I mean, there's something to be said for hard work, but there's something more to be said with factors lining up that you really can't control and luck happening, and bad luck can line up just as well. Well, if you're a biker, Sean, a cyclist, I should say, you're probably much better than I am, because I don't cycle all that much. I do cycle almost every day on our indoor bike here. That's kind of my typical routine when I don't go to the gym to play basketball. I get on the indoor cycle bike, and then I go out in the garage and do resistance training. What's that, race? I should just make Angie wait in the garage till I come home and open the door for me. The thing is, she'd have to do it manually. I don't think she's got the strength and the height for that, because that's the whole thing. Like, even if she's inside, even if you don't use the remote and just hit the button mounted on the wall, the problem is identical. It doesn't go away. So, I could buy pizza immediately. That would be nice. That really sounds nice. Huh. Yeah. If the delivery wasn't so expensive, I'd consider it. Actually, let me just see. I haven't even looked all night to see how we're doing on a pizza fund for tonight. Let me take a look-see here. Wow, didn't really make that whole much tonight, actually, compared to Friday night. Oh well, it's all good. That's not why I come on or anything, but it's cool to make a pizza amount every day. That's funny, Sage. Comedian about garage doors. Peter, we live in a really parking impacted area, meaning the city has designated that parking officially sucks here in official terminology. And I don't have a a driveway per se. The entryway to my garage is off an alleyway, so it's like I could park right outside of it basically, but it's kind of tight. And the alleyway here, at least I don't perceive it as being all that safe. You know, I've a lot of crime I've seen happen over time here, so I just kind of said, all right, I'm just going to keep it parked overnight. I went out yesterday, got a bunch of groceries, came home, and then stayed home all night, stayed home today, and hopefully tomorrow they'll fix it and I'll be good again. So pizza tomorrow, that's the goal. So we're just a few bucks shy of a pizza tomorrow. If we get another super chat tip, I'll tell Angie we got pizza, but we're gonna get it tomorrow. That's what we'll probably do. I think Angie was talking about making some dal, an Indian dish, you know, with lentils, and we have some naan bread we got at Trader Joe's, so we'll probably make a little something out of that. Would I eat a ghost pepper taco? What is a ghost pepper taco? Garage valet. Yeah, I wish I could have Angie do that for me, but I tell you, it wouldn't work because it's beyond her skill there. Yeah, you saw, Natalie. Long Beach is very crowded. A lot of people here, and the parking on the street sucks. I mean, it sucks. If you just came right now to visit, you'd be driving around a long time looking for parking. That's why I'm really grateful that I have the garage that I do. It's really rare to have a garage like mine where I have two sides, basically, one to park on and one for a gym. You know, just the way that it was built, it's just really lucky. You know, I see many homes much more expensive than mine that only have a one-car garage. Angie, I think, is working on an Angie's Animal Friends video. For who asked about what Angie's up to. That's Sage, yeah. Okay, that's a taco where Vegan Zombie went to. I gotta check out his video. Maybe he did go to the same place that I went to. I doubt it, though. There's so many places in LA. I didn't know that, Kay. I don't even know what song. The song Candy. Like, who's it by? Oh, thanks, Cam. Yeah, I think you're seeing my Strat back there. My road-worn Strat from like a long time ago, right when they introduced that line of guitars. I put some Fralin pickups in it too. Jesse, are we getting more humor here? More like dry humor? Yeah, you guys are getting me hungry. Now I'm thinking about the dal that we talked about making tonight. So I should probably go. It's going to be a while before we can, like, you know, boil the water, get the dal going, make some rice, heat up the naan bread. It's going to be a little process. But, so I don't have any videos in the works yet. That's one reason why I'm live streaming today. I just felt like live streaming. I just felt inspired. I had no idea we were going to get so many trolls and anti-vegans tonight, but that was fun. You know, I came up with a new thing that I might do from now on. You know, poop in their hand, pick it up, throw on the wall. That's a new thing that we got started tonight. So we'll see if that lives on in future live streams. Maybe you'll see another one this week too. Like I said, it might be tricky for me to get a proper video researched and made. So you might see another live stream midweek. Maybe not. I don't know. I really don't know how this week's going to go, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm still planning for the regular Friday night live stream for all you guys that have set your clocks for Friday night. And if Johnny's still around, we'll get Johnny Bravo on Discord. We'll talk to him next time. We'll figure that out. Yeah, I kind of got lost with all the anti-vegans and nonsense, so I apologize for that. Let's see, Peter, you'll give me a $20 super chat tip for John. Tip: if you go to this really spicy taco place and eat their ghost pepper taco. I'll check that out. I mean, not for the $20, but I mean, I'll check out a spicy taco. I know Angie doesn't like spice, but I'm not a big I don't fear spice that much. But yeah, there's a certain point where it's too much. So I'll watch Chris's video first. All right, guys. So yeah, thanks for this fun live stream. I didn't know the trolls and anti-vegans were gonna make this one so distinct from other live streams in the past. Even though we usually get a few, tonight it seemed like they were really coming out of the woodworks. Like we whack one, a new one pops up, and they all had the same consistent theme of poop in their hand, pick it up, throw it on the wall, and not have any evidence. So anyway, guys, yeah, thanks so much. Thanks everyone, and all our moderators, Uncle Walt, Race Lover, Peter, and thanks Peter for coming on and sharing your experience about that animal. What was it? What do you call it? The debate in the Canadian politics today about animal cruelty. So that was cool to hear what was going on there. And yeah, and everyone else for being such a great supportive audience. It really does brighten my day to come online and chat with you guys. It is good for my mental health, believe it or not. Even with the trolls and stuff, you guys just make it fun and cool. You guys are still my closest circle of friends. I'm still not going out that much yet right now, other than to the gym, But yeah, I appreciate hanging out with you guys. I appreciate you guys spending time with me. And appreciate, especially the guys that are here like 3 hours with me. Wow, I've been on 3 hours. This is crazy. So I appreciate that. So I'll be back. I see some more questions. I can't answer them right now, Jonathan. I got to get going, get some dinner going. Been on 3 hours, 5 minutes, and 20 seconds. So my last live stream was 3 hours too. This is getting crazy. So anyway, guys, yeah, much love, and I'll be seeing you guys soon. If you have any video ideas for me, you can send me a message on my Twitter. Let me put the link down in the show chat here, the live chat, and yeah, let me know if you have anything you want to share with me, or just follow me on Twitter. I post there almost every day. Twitter.com/Ryan Lum. One way to get in touch with us there. All right, guys, I'm gonna do it, eat some food, chill out with my beautiful wife, and I will see you guys soon. All right, did I say bye to Uncle Walt too? I don't know if I mentioned Uncle Walt with all our moderators there, but much appreciate Uncle Walt too. I saw you like time out a few people tonight too. All right, guys, much love, peace.